you're through to John at allfanstv. How are we all? For those that are new, please like and subscribe, and welcome to our dual watch along Europa. I knew I said UEFA then and showed my age. Europa semi-final, Arsenal versus Villareal and Manchester United versus Roma. And in the screen is our good friend Rams. How are we, Rams?
Good evening, everybody. I am here, just your boy Rams, ready for the game.
I
might be ready. It's whether Arsenal ready. Hey, it is what it is. We are where we are. Let's see what happens.
I think you're actually all good tonight. I think both English teams are gonna make the English supporters proud. Same as the English clubs did in the Champions League this year. My money's on an all English final, both cups. Gam for predictions nice and early. Going for a 3-2 win Arsenal. And I'm going for a 2-0 win Man United. Boom, what are you saying?
Man United, still see them conceding, to be fair. So I can see them winning 2 or 3-1. Arsenal, on the other hand, I hate predicting for Arsenal. Bad omen with MRA coming back. So I think we'll do it over 2 legs, but I think we're going to make it hard. So I think we might get a draw tonight, to be fair.
Ooh, it's pretty disappointing to think.
Let's say 1-1.
But does the away goals count in Europa? It's been a few years since I've been in there.
I think it does. I'm pretty certain it still does. It did last leg. It did the last leg. So
different. Yeah, that makes it a little bit different. That was showing my naivety then. In that case, I'm going for... I don't know. I still think you're going to do well. I think with the protests that were outside last week, I think the players will want to prove a point to the players. I think there'd have been loads of pressure on them this week to perform, and I think they will. And then obviously they've got old Mr. Spotify lying in his pockets, ready to take them over. If he was a player, now's the time to start performing. So I actually think you're going to do all right. All right for you.
Yeah, it's a tough one with Arsenal. It's like a roller coaster, mate. You can never say what's happening, and it's backwards, forwards. 1 minute I think we're doing all right, and we're starting to progress, and then we're backwards again. For me, in all honesty, I think Arsenal need an overhaul. Board, team, management, a lot, to be fair.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think there's many people who would disagree. So the team is out, guys. It is your team on the right. Obviously, if it changes throughout the game, I will amend it. But this is the team. It's probably a little bit different in terms of shape. You can probably make your own argument as to what it is. I just watched the one on BT Sport, and it's 4-2-2-2, which I don't believe that is. You'd have no width. And it's not like Xhaka and Chambers are going to make up that width, so I don't believe in that. But the team is Xhaka left back. Rams, what are you thinking of that? That's obviously not what you'd want to see, I'm guessing.
I mean, he pulls into that position when he plays in midfield, and it gives him a bit of time and space to pass, because he's not a bad passer of the ball at all.
Good passer.
It's just no matter where he plays, he is liable to make a mistake at any given moment. It'll only be 1 or 2. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it happens all the time, but it'll always make a mistake, and generally in big games. So I expect Xhaka to do what Xhaka does either this game or next game, and make a mistake and cost us.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him. Obviously, he got skinned at the weekend. I know it was Leno who ended up putting it through his legs, but it was Xhaka who got skinned and left 1-on-1.
He didn't get skinned, did he? What? I mean, we're taught basics in defending. You don't jump in like that. He's jumped in and has left himself like open to be skinned. Stand him up. Don't be square on. It's just basics.
Which means this week, like you say, he is liable to think, right, no fucker's getting past me, and now he's going to get sent off. You can see exactly where this is going. I'm surprised he played. Then on the other wing back, you've got Chambers. So is Bellerin injured, or is that just a change of heart, do you reckon, for Arteta?
I think it's injured. No, I think it's more just for solidness. He's played the last few games. He's a solid player, to be fair. I like Chambers. He can pass the ball. He's big in the air. He'll go up and down. So I have no issue with that. He makes a few mistakes. So I have no issue with that. English heart. So yeah, I like that. No problem.
Yeah, and Bellerin's not exactly liked by your fans. And then the big issue for me looking at that team is not actually Xhaka, as mad as it sounds. It's that whole centre three, Mari, Holding, Xhaka. Yeah, that's not Arsenal-like, is it? I know Xhaka's not meant to be there, so if you put Tierney there, that would look maybe a lot stronger, but Yeah,
The biggest issue we have there with them all big and square players is the turn for pace. Mary's not the quickest, Holding's not the quickest, so a slotted through ball with a runner in behind, that's going to cause you problems. I like Mary, to be fair. I don't think he's a bad player at all.
Yeah, true, you're right.
But he's also sometimes caught square and sometimes he's lacking pace. So that's my concern.
Pace is the big one, especially when you look in front of him. Partey's not the quickest guy, and he's not going to come back past the defence. He's more going to be trying to get the ball and drive forward, so he's not going to be covering them. And Odegaard and Ceballos, they are ball players, aren't they? So they're going to be going forward. So yeah, big issue. But those three I just mentioned together as a midfield, you can't really ask for much more than that on the thought. Odegaard looks impressive.
They can all play.
So underwhelmed by Partey, it's unreal. And I might upset some Arsenal fans, but so underwhelmed with him because he can be great, because he whooped Liverpool's arse a couple of years back. I witnessed how good he can be.
The thing is, like I say, you're coming into a new league and you can't carry a team, and that three there can play football. The ball players, most of them. So hopefully that'll leave us in an attacking position. And Ceballos falls back into hold. He holds his position quite well, so he won't drift off too much, knowing that he's going to be needed to hold. So the players, I think.
Oh yeah, if you're playing in front of those three, you're buzzing. If you're playing behind them, I think you're wondering, I don't know. You would, wouldn't you? You'd be going, Ceballos is going to do 12 turns before he passes it. But if you're in front of him, you're loving that. Same as Odegaard can pick a pass. Partey, as I say, I've been underwhelmed with him, but I do recognise he's a great player. Then you've got one of my favourite players from you guys, or your favourite player, or my favourite player from Arsenal, in Saka. And then obviously you've got Smith Rowe, the other youngster, and Pepe. And again, if you're watching this, Arsenal fans, this is not necessarily the positioning. This is just the starting 11. You can make your own mind up of where Pepe is playing. If I was Arsenal, I would be playing him there, because you can't play Smith Rowe there, which is what I think you're going to do. Who's he holding the ball up against?
We can't do false nines. We can't do that false nine nonsense.
Where Pepe, I'd be scared if I was sitting back. The guy's quick.
He's quick, and he's got a trick in him. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Arsenal side. We're 7 minutes from kick-off. Obviously, we're going to be mainly concentrating on Arsenal tonight because of Rams. We wouldn't want to miss an opportunity to abuse him if this goes horribly wrong. And obviously, from his point of view, he doesn't want to be watching Man United. However, as I say, All Fans TV, for the team, for you, we're the channel for you. We can represent the Man United quickly. And again, this is the side. If you're watching this, Class FM, don't have a panic attack. Again, this isn't the side. Yes, Howard Johnson, loving the jumper. We're representing the merch again. I won't put it all on, but I've got my hat here because I couldn't be bothered to do my hair. And then I came to the impression I look a bit of a twat, same colour.
What are you saying, John? No fashion show this week? Come on, we love a little bit of a fashion show, don't you?
But yeah, no, I'm glad they're loving the merch. I'm loving the merch, and I'm not even exaggerating because we don't sell these at the moment. This isn't a pitch. It's really warm. It's really cosy. I don't know what it's going to be like in a month when it's 80 degrees and I'm sweating doing a watch along at midday. But loving that Howard represents, and he's followed it with an 8-0 Villareal. Wow, that's not a Man United 8. That's Villareal.
You clearly don't watch football, Howard.
Yeah. So that's their teams. We'll quickly run through it. De Gea in goal. Quite surprised about that because they've been playing Henderson. Don't know what they're playing at because you've just got to pick a goalkeeper now. I thought Henderson was going to be the new one. You're going to sell De Gea. Now the semi-finals, you're back in De Gea camp. I don't really get that. Don't know what that's going to do to Henderson. And for us, obviously, we're based in England. I want the best goalkeepers to be available for the Euros. So if this Henderson's all that, why is he still being benched all the time? Randomness. And then you've got Shaw, who, I don't know if you agree, Ram's probably been the best left back in the year, the league this year.
He makes Mourinho look like an idiot now, doesn't he? I remember Mourinho saying, I have to talk him through what he's got to do and where he's got to play. Well, you did that, mate, and it was crap. You look at him now, and like you say, he's up there with the best, if not top 3, definitely. He's had a great year, and it's been consistent. It's been very consistent.
Would Mourinho say though? That's what happened after I left. After I taught him, he's now good. That's what he'd probably say, wouldn't he? Because he's been crap for a lot of years before that.
He would claim anything he could claim. Well, it wasn't, was he? He was one of the biggest prospects coming out of Southampton at one point. Everyone loved him. It took him a little while to transition. He had an injury, and then he had the man that is Jose, from hounding him to play like a like he wanted him to. And guess what? It might have helped him, not wrong, it might have helped drive him, but that was always there. And Jose's Jose, he breaks some players, and I think he broke him.
Yeah, and the press labelled him fat boy, didn't they? And once you've been labelled something from the press, I've experienced that with Hendo, you finished as to the general consensus, you just get it. But definitely for me, and that hurts me to say it, because Robertson's had that easy title for 2 years, but Shaw's wrestled it off in this year. Not that Robertson's been horrendous, but Shaw's been mega consistent. Wan-Bissaka on the other side, I don't think he's at Man United in a couple of years. I think they've been missold. I think what they thought they brought, they haven't really brought. But he's a good defender, so they sit behind that. He can't be beaten. Well, I've seen him be beaten loads of times. So if you're a Man United fan, I think you've got a dub there at right back. And then you've got Maguire and Lindelof. I don't know what you think about those Rams. It is what it is. Not even Man United fans like them, do they?
Well, I guess it's the best of the bad bunch that they've got, to be fair. Harry Maguire, 90 million or whatnot. That's madness from Hull. But I actually like Wan-Bissaka. Maybe not the world that he was meant to be, but great turn of pace. I think sometimes he gets caught in between playing defensively or full out attacking, which is what he used to do at Palace. So I think that's why he sort of gets caught in no man's land sometimes, in that sense of what sort of player is he.
Yeah, okay. I'm not saying he's terrible, but should be nowhere near clubs like Man United or the Euros. Jesus Christ, if he takes someone's place at the Euros when we're blessed for right backs, that's horrendous. He'll go back to someone like Palace, in my opinion. I don't think he's that great. But yeah, Maguire and Lindelof, Man United fans don't even like him. As I say, when we started All Fans TV, we're just normal people. We used to watch. I'd be watching United stand All Fans TV tonight, AFTV tonight, and I know if I was watching Mark Goldbridge now, he'd be telling me. Well, I watched a little bit before it would come on, and that's the truth. He'd be telling me that, I don't know, they should be playing Twenzebe or Bally because they don't like them, and then he'd move into McFred, as they call them. They don't even like half their players. It's hilarious, but they have got Fred and McTominay and McFred back in midfield. And then in front of them, the next four start to become Man United type players, and they Pogba, as much as he doesn't perform, is a good player. Fernandes, jeez, I really thought he was going to be crap and just be a penalties, but he's turned out to be a mustard player. Rashford is obviously a good English player, and Cavani's been there and done it. So that is the Man United team for today. What's your thoughts on Man United, Rams? I know you've got but who would you rather in the final?
I love a football game. So to be fair, McFred do what they should do. They're there to shield and cover ground. Fred covers a lot of ground. McTominay holds position and tries to break up play. So they give them a balance that a good midfield should give you. Whether they're good enough to do it and be good at Man United, I agree they're probably not. Well, I agree, definitely not. But they're trying to find the balance in the team, and I see that. Pogba's shocking. Get out of here. That player's not a player. It does my nutting. Show pony, one trick wonder, the odd little bit here and there. Get out of here. Not decent. But out on left, he can't be dangerous. So he can sort of be left to his own devices, and I see that, so fine. Fernandes is a worldie. Rashford, yeah, I like a lot. And Cavani, like you say, great in the air, gives them like different attributes as well, can bring players into the game. So it's a good team, barring their core centre-back and centre-midfield, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. And even though that they're not that great, like you say, they do seem to work, and they don't concede as many goals. They're second in the league as they bore people to death. Yeah, exactly. I think next year when they mix up a great midfielder in there, they'll be hard to beat. As I say, we'll be flicking throughout the games and obviously letting you know. But we're going to be starting on the Arsenal game for Rams. They're just going down doing the... I don't know if it's Europa League music. I don't even know what that is. It's been a while, but they're doing that music. They're going along. Villareal look up for it, to be fair. I don't know a lot about them, but I did have a quick bit of research, and there's a player called Marino, or Marino, or I'm sure there's a better Spanish way of saying it, Gerard Marino, and obviously Daniel Pereira. Two good players. They've also got a Kesa, good player. So it should be interesting, really. They're not a bad side, to be fair, Villareal. They're not as good
solid
as they
team,
were about 10 years ago, but what's that?
Very solid team. Going to be hard to break down, going to be solid and robust. Nothing special, nothing worldy. A little bit of danger on the attack, but in theory, a normal good Arsenal side would beat this team quite comfortably, but current day Arsenal, who knows what they'll do.
Yeah, exactly. You really don't know. So the sides are out. Let me just double check. They've not changed it on me last minute. They haven't. The only thing we didn't obviously put on this lineup is the coach, which is Mikel Arteta. Probably play him for... Well, I actually feel sorry for him now, because before last week it was this game and the next game. You win this, you're probably going to survive. You'll be still slagged off by some of the Arsenal players for finishing 10th, but winning Europa and the FA Cup, you're probably going to get another year. But now, even if he does that with this Spotify guy, he could win that, couldn't he, in the next 6 games and then be sold.
That's never happening though. Let's be fair. The Spotify guy can be there all he wants. In reality, they've had owners around looking to buy Arsenal out for ages. We've got the Russian guy who had billions, like one of the most rich. We've got the Nigerian guy who said he's going to buy them this year once he sells his oil refinery and does something. There's been talk about that for ages, but Frank has always said no chance.
But that's because you've always been profitable. Now you're not. 2 years.
Yeah, well, this year, I don't think many teams are profitable this year.
No, but that's even worse. What I mean is 2 years in a row you've not finished in the top 4.
Yeah.
You're now probably not going to finish in the top 4 next year. So now, as I say, I agree with you. Cronkies have always looked at it as a money machine, but I think now it's not quite that guaranteed money machine. It's not quite guaranteed to be in Europe. So I think it's the opposite. I think if this guy, whoever this Spotify guy who looks about 18, you seen him? How can you own Spotify? Yeah. For those all out here trying to on the grind and make something of your life, what did we all miss? What happened? Who told him at 6 to do something crazy? I couldn't believe it when I saw him. But I actually think if he puts the right money, they might go. But I also think it will have to be mega money. I think you'll be the most expensive football club ever sold. Not ever, forever and ever, but up to date. I
can't sit for months on those.
No, I can. I've been watching a bit of AFTV doing their research, and the finances weren't looking too pretty. And I'm not talking about bloody making that F guy redundant or that dinosaur. I think that was just a business decision. That wasn't because they couldn't afford it. I actually think they're losing a bit of money. So it's kicked off. I'm only just about 35 seconds behind, which isn't bad. And obviously I'm assuming, I'll just double check. Big up BT Sports, in case you ever want to give it to me free. Yeah, Man United have kicked off. They're a little bit in front, about 50 seconds. Again, we'll keep you updated on both of the games. So how are you feeling? You feeling confident or...?
No, I'm an Arsenal fan. Of course I'm not feeling confident. What do you think this is? But I hope, like I say, I think over 2 legs we'll get the result. We'll make hard work of it. I'll be on the edge of my seat the whole game. I'll be nervous as you like, but we'll get the result in the end of 2 legs is what I think. So, yeah.
Well, started very brightly. Odegaard into someone else. I think it was Smith Rowe into Pepe. Lovely one-touch football. Yeah, it was Smith Rowe.
Just remember, as always, unfortunately, I'm about 10 seconds behind you, mate.
Do you not have VAR in Europa League? Because that weren't offside. Someone tell me in the chats, because I haven't been watching a lot of it, because the ref just made a decision, blew offside for Pepe. It went back and looked at it. Pepe's clearly onside, 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper, 1 minute in. Arsenal fans on there, someone tell me, because I began fuming. That's absolutely mad. I'm not saying he'd have scored, but that was onside. I take it you don't have VAR. There's been no VAR sign.
He's definitely onside. Yeah, definitely no VAR. He's well onside.
And he's quick enough to dart in one touch to be in 1-on-1 with goalkeeper now, even though he's out wide. He's well quick. So yeah, a little bit unlucky there for Arsenal. Robbo saying 1-1 after extra time and 4-3 to Villareal on penalties. Hang on, I'm losing all this now. I thought this was over 2 legs. Before anyone's watching it going, these guys are hilarious. They don't know fuck all. No, we don't know fuck all. We never said we did, first of all. We're just fans like me and you. We've all been at work. We're all looking at it going, what's going on? Someone talk to me, because I can't remember what to go and Google. I'm completely confused. If it's extra time and penalties, I'm buzzing over that. Because I was wondering this second leg stuff. So hang on, where is the ground then? That looks like it's at Villareal's ground.
Well, it looks like it's at Villareal's ground.
Robbo, I'm calling you out in the chat. I think you're chatting a little bit of educate us. I don't actually know. I can see Rams checking now thinking, damn, we should really know this really. Why don't we research? Why don't we get prep? Why does John just care about merch? And as I say, I thought we were showing off the fact that we'd done two lineups for our Man United lineup. I'm going to have to keep on flicking, and it's still Man United nil, Roma nil.
2 legs. There's definitely 2 legs. Second legs on the 6th of May on Thursday. Yeah, definitely 2 legs. All right, mate. I was buzzing. I was thinking, what's going on?
Robbo, you're chatting some rubbish. I've just flicked it over to Man United. Just need to check where this is because someone's walking off in the penalty box. I thought it was a penalty, then I'm sure it's not. Roma playing milking it. Good luck to both teams tonight. As I say, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I want both to win. And no, it was just someone going off. So Roma have had to make a sub already.
Wow.
In 3 minutes in, I don't know see what happened, but that's a bit interesting. And I don't know enough about Roma players. I thought Ashley Cole was still there until Rams started. So I can't tell you if this guy's any good. But they might have just lost a star player, you never know. Villareal doing what Spain teams do very well, playing it out of the back lovely. They look a very young side, this Villareal.
Goal it does, yeah, well young.
They're into Arsenal's box. They get the shot away. It's 1-0 Villareal. Terrible defending by Arsenal. What did I say? They've come out of the box lovely. I'm sorry to break it to Arsenal fans out there. There's no VAR by the looks of it, so I'm just going whoop. Straight away change that on the scoreboard. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can't see who it is. I think Saka's looking like he's shaking his head. I think this might have been a Saka or a holding mistake. Let me find it for you. It's M. Trigeos with the goal. Let me just see it.
Wow.
And if you have VAR, ladies and gentlemen, that is offside. That shows you how important VAR is. I know we've all been slagging it off. He bursts inside, gets a bit of luck, actually goes through Holding's leg. That's a little bit unlucky, to be fair. Or Mary's legs, one of them. And then he goes through Partey's leg with a shot as well. Thomas Partey looked like he was doing the Partey jiggle there. Didn't look like he was defending. 1-0. Evening, Mr. Emery. Emery's going mad on the sideline. He's loving life. And it's 1-0. Wow, that's a bad start for Arsenal. Luckily, it is over 2 legs.
Like I say, they're going to make it hard. I told you early doors. They're going to make it hard. Jeez, what is going on? Jeez, mate. Oh, it's the first 5 minutes of the game. What are you on?
First 5 minutes. I think that's their first time in your box as well, if I'm honest. I don't remember them baking.
Top of the box, first shot, first anything. No one knew. Oh, you're having a laugh, aren't you, boys?
Turn it over just to keep any Man United fans happy in the chat. I know Class FM will be looking.
I'll smash your face in.
Emery's loving life, and he's here, he's buzzing. He's sitting there going, hang on a minute. Arsenal are near enough skin. They're doing well crap in the league since I left, and I am going to knock them out of the Europa. Good evening. And if he does that in the post press conference, how much respect he'll get from all the fans? He'll be buzzing. If he actually comes out and actually says it in a really pronounced way, like good evening, does it on purpose, be legendary. Obviously not for you Arsenal fans.
So if you wonder why you don't see me on many Arsenal watch-alongs and you won't see me anymore, probably again, it's because this is what happens with Arsenal. Just Arsenal, typical Arsenal. Can't hold on to making anything easy for anyone. That would be too hard. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? Nah, can't do that. Numpties.
Yeah, I remember those days being a Liverpool fan. You were probably loving life then, like I am now, winning stuff. It's a hard life, isn't it? I can see the pain in your face. Every Arsenal fan watching this just feels the same way as you as well. And they're all just hating me. Man United are 1-0 up. Rashford with the chip. Oh no, it's Fernandes with the cheeky chip. And he just looks over to the fans and does the old, like, what? Like, jeez, 1-0 Man United. Ole's looking buzzing. He's probably just found, wow, Smalling's got dreads. Wow, I forgot Smalling plays for Roma. He's got pretty gangster dreads, I won't lie. But he actually gets spun by Pogba. Pogba beats 2 players. Lovely goal, that is Man United. Into Cavani, splits the defence.
Great pass from Cavani.
Oh, that's a lovely goal. Luckily, I changed it already. 1-0 Man United. This is how I need it to go because I've only got one clock. On scoreboard. What a finish by Fernandez. Lukey G, Class FM, what are you saying in the chat? Are you loving life? You never even go 1-0 up. This isn't even like on Ole team.
But that ball from Cavani, reverse, split them like no one's business, and then just finished off so coolly.
What did I say? English teams all the way. I can see it being over tonight. Obviously, forget that you're 1-0 down, but we'll sort that out in a minute.
We won't make it over tonight. This is Arsenal. We'll make it over about 85 minutes into the last game.
He's looking very nervous. Like he just doesn't. He just wants his season to end after the mistakes he's made. Tell you what, Villareal are into the challenges. That was a nasty foul, that was. They're up for it tonight against Babyface Odegaard, Babyface Smith Rowe. You got some youngsters out there, haven't you?
Yeah, well, we haven't got much any decent experienced players. I mean, I know Aubameyang's been injured, so he had malaria or something. So I know he's out. So I haven't got much choice.
One of the braids. Yeah, what's happened to Aubameyang? Anyone who's got an opinion on it, I'd love to know in the chat, because I've seen Arsenal fans turning on this guy, which I just cannot believe. It actually disgusts me. The Arsenal fans that do that are actual prats, and I wish Aubameyang would, like, I don't know, leave Arsenal just because of those players, those fans, because this guy has scored unbelievable amount of goals. For a couple of years, Arsenal were really bad, and he kept you fighting for respect. Do you know what I mean? And then he's played awful. Oh, I just showed the goal again. Yeah, and he's played awful. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he hasn't. He's missed chances. He's every time you think the drought's over, it continues. But to hear players wanting people like bloody Balogun and Nketiah in front of him, it's an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, it's madness.
It is madness. Now get them two young lads on the field, give them a chance, no drama. Balogun is meant to be really, really good, but not at the expense of Aubameyang. It's like them Liverpool prat fans who want to get rid of Klopp. I mean, what are you on about? Remember that when we're back down to 7th when he's left. That's
the fickle fans of football, isn't it?
Yeah, they're idiots, aren't they? Let's be honest. And I'm sure I fell into that trap. We all probably have at some time or another. But the older you get, you got to like respect what people are and what it is. And I mean, even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I do not think this guy is a good manager. But he's second in the league and he's in another semi-final, and this is about his 4th one.
Yeah, mate, you can't knock him this season, to be fair. To get them where they are now. I mean, like I say, they've got a few players that they could replace, but to get them where they are now, playing the way they have been, he's done well. And to be fair, they didn't even messed up, because imagine they didn't get Bruno. All the noise and the problems they were doing with getting Bruno for a silly amount of extra money. It wasn't even big money anyway.
Yeah.
Mate, he's what's made them the team they are. It shows you it doesn't take much.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you said that, because everyone always said, oh, you can't just buy one player. Liverpool did.
Well, clearly you can.
Did. Liverpool brought Van Dijk, and all of a sudden...
Like I say, they don't always make you they don't make you the end product half the time. They make you nearly there, Jim. Look, when you had the slot, you get close to it.
Yeah, as you say, Man United got Fernandez, and now they're second. And look how close they actually are to Man City. It's fairly scary. Man City, I can't remember how many points, but it's not a lot anymore. It's down to like single figures, I think 9 or something like that. It's not a lot of points, that isn't.
Something going on in the Man United game. Just so you know, something going on over there. I don't know, refs talking to the linesman, sending the players away. Like I said, I'm a little bit behind.
Let's have a quick look. Something to do with Pogba. It's a penalty check, so they've got VAR. It's a penalty. It's a penalty, Villareal. People in the chat.
It wasn't VAR. I think they just talked to the linesman. The linesman called it, and then the ref decided.
And it's Marino, number 7. I'm sure that's him. Yeah,
have a little look at it again. Handball. Oh, it's handball. His hands up in the air. Yeah, it's handball. He's sliding, but he put his hand up in the air.
Shut the people up who don't think he's any good, or is this Marino going to show the people in Europe that he's got? I think he's got 20 goals and 5 assists this year, or something crazy. I read.
Yeah. That's a decent record, to be fair.
Oh, David De Gea near enough saves it, but it's in. It wasn't even in, to be fair. It's another player. Beginning with P. But Roma 1, Man United 1. Still not a bad start for Man United, 1-1. They probably would have took that after 15 minutes, especially if the away goals count. Smalling's loving life. He was proper flexing then in the hug, loving it against his old team. The Pellegrini penalty right in the corner. Quite unlucky, to be fair. And as I say, I can't change that, but that game is 1-1. And Arsenal game is still 1-0. And
Not much going on there.
Playing around in the middle of the park, looking like they're in no rush.
Not much going on at all.
Wow, Holding's just gone flying in there. The Villareal players stayed down. The Villareal players are moaning about it. Refs play on. I think it was an okay challenge, but he's definitely clattered him on the way through. I quite like that. That's what English football's all about. Stamford's in the building saying, "Come on, Rome." He's obviously loving that penalty. Stamford, how are you feeling about the final that's... Well, I don't know if he was in a final or not, but a final happened. Oh, Pepe with the ball across the box. Very unlucky from Arsenal. But yeah, any Tottenham fans watching other than Stamford, it's lucky what happened to you, but getting rid of Marino a week before your final is just madness. Arsenal across again. Oh, Smith Rowe with a heavy touch. Arsenal coming on a bit better now. 14 minutes in, or 15 minutes in now. Arsenal beginning to play the ball around, but if you've just joined us, they are losing to a 1 goal.
Yeah, 1-0. 5 minutes into the game. Great game management from Arsenal, as always. Making it really, really nice and easy for us fans to not get nervous and anxious and just calmly make our way through the game. Nope, that couldn't happen. I've just seen that Smith Rowe chance. Thanks for that, mate.
Yeah, it was a heavy, heavy touch.
Yeah.
But Arsenal in again, unlucky, overhit pass, goal kick, but Arsenal playing much, much better. Would love a Maguire red at some point, and he's also saying horrendous. Emery's kicking off about that challenge from Holding, to be fair. But yeah, quite a good game for the neutral, to be fair, so far. It's my first proper watch of Europa League this year, and obviously now I won't be watching the Champions League that much again. Now we're out. For you Liverpool fans, big up yourself.
You've got to be watching Man City and get to the final after they beat PSG in the second leg.
Yeah, I'm going to watch a little bits, but not. Yeah, it's a bit bitter to us, this. That's how I see it.
How'd you see it? How'd you see that one? Man City taking PSG in the second leg?
I think Man City are going to destroy PSG. I said to my son last night the same thing, and it transpired, but not in goals, but that was man against boys. That was a bad game for Pochettino. He's gone into PSG and rid a massive wave of success and looked like he can do no wrong. And last night he looked like the old Tottenham manager. It looked like it was all a bit too far. Do you know what I mean? It looked like, yeah. I was watching it going, this is hilarious. You could see some of the PSG players looking at each other like they started to foul near the end. Neymar should have been booked. I thought it was men against boys, and I think when they come back to the Etihad, I think they're not touching the ball for many parts of that game.
PSG seemed to be in the game for like 10-15 minutes, and after that Man City just dominated the game, and again they didn't really play with a striker either. I mean, De Bruyne's goal, you're having a laugh. Like if I was the goalie, like he literally just floated that, and it's like, what the hell? How has someone not read that? Like madness. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened to Mbappe and Neymar in that game because they were not there. And I think the mentality went, like you say, because they was like jumping in and diving in. It looked a little bit rash.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with PSG is if you cut Neymar out, Mbappe only plays when Neymar plays. I watch him quite a bit, and yeah, the odd ball over the top. But other than that, it's Neymar causing absolute nuisance, and then someone will just release Mbappe and he scores. So when you stop Neymar, which is what they did last night, they look really average. Like the best player for them actually looks like Verratti. So when them two boys upstairs, up front, stop purring, he is the only one who looks like he can play football in there. Do you know what I mean? Moving it around.
Great player as well. I love
really
Verratti. He's a great player. Ball player as well in the middle. He's great.
Robbo saying they played well in the first half but fell apart in the second, and yeah, Rams alluded to that. I'm not saying PSG are a bad side. It just, the longer that game went on, the less likely they looked to.
I don't know if it's even the first half. I think 20 minutes, maybe 25 at max, they were sort of looking all right. After that, I think they faded.
Yeah. And then obviously you've got Chelsea, Real Madrid in the other game. Chelsea looking like they're doing okay in that. I underestimated Real Madrid this year until Liverpool played, and we walked off the park for 70 minutes of both games. Even the second game, Liverpool fans, we battered them, we had loads of chances. They still were really, really good. So big up to Chelsea, because I think they're actually going to do it, which means you'd have a all-English final, which in the Champions League final is madness, isn't it? Especially with Liverpool in there 2 years before that.
I didn't see the Chelsea Madrid game, but I think Tunchel's got a bit of a Conte look about him, where that three at the back, he makes him quite compact and organised, and then he's got the flair players to break when they need to break. So he's got them playing like, concede very few goals as a team, apart from West Brom. He's got them playing very tight. Again, yeah, Conte-esque.
Yeah, I think he was buzzing when he come to Chelsea. Obviously, they've got that reputation on the continent, haven't they, being able to defend. So I think he loved it. He thought, brilliant. Finally, I've gone from PSG who can't defend but can attack, and I've got a team now that actually can defend. So yeah, I think it's going to be really, really good. Needs to look a little bit better for Arsenal here. I was on the Man United game. That's still 1-1. It's coming up to the 20th minute game in the Arsenal game. That's still 1-0. And looking at it, I cannot see what they're playing formation wise. They're definitely not playing these twos that BT Sports said. Looks like they're playing.
I told you, it'll be 1-1, like I called early doors. 1-1, and after we'll probably get a second goal. When we do, like we always do, we start playing in the second half, get back into the game, look a bit more threatening, because that's when we've got to, and we'll get a goal in the last 20 minutes probably.
Yeah, quite possibly. And as I say, it is at their ground. Villareal's obviously got Emery. Emery's the master at Europa League. So it's no real surprise that they're playing well. But I'm sure Arsenal fans
it wasn't for us.
Start. Yeah, make the best. The problem you've got is now, they're a Spanish team, and they don't have to score now, they just have to keep the ball. That's
keep
the way
they
play
do.
Anyway, yeah, so you can already see that. I haven't seen the stats, and I haven't watched much of it, but bits I have watched, the balls with the yellow team, even though they're miles away from your goal.
Well, no, we had 5 minutes so that we was camped in their half. But other than that, yeah, they prod the ball around and keep it very well. Like I said, compact and tight and robust. They'll be hard to break down. That's how Emery plays. He likes to be like that. Look at all his teams apart from PSG. Seville back in the day, very tight, very compact.
Well, I was watching a bit of one of these shows earlier on, and they were saying that they've won, or they've drawn more games than they've won. I think it's 13 drawn, 12 won, which is what the problem he had at Arsenal, and it didn't just
totally
win enough. He drew too many games, and then he started to lose some. But it's a corner to Villareal, 22 minutes gone. If you're just joining us, please make sure you like and subscribe. We will be around again. Oh, I just see that corner out, well cleared. We will be on again Saturday night for UFC, and Sunday for the biggest game in football. I don't care what anyone says. Man United versus Liverpool. Bringing it to you live at about 2:00. I can't wait. Bring on the band.
It's not even important. They're not even playing for anything. Like you guys,
this is where you don't realise what a proper derby is. It's always fucking important. That's right. I'm talking to you, Man United fans. It's always important.
It's not even a derby. You're Liverpool, Man United. Like it's your worst of enemies, but you're not a derby, are you? You're Everton's your derby.
No, Everton are actually in our. Your derby's meant to be your nearest town. Everton's in our town. So actually, the nearest town would be Man United.
Like North London, Liverpool's our nearest rival. They're a derby, isn't it? Our nearest rival.
Yeah, I don't know who your nearest rival is now. Probably West Ham.
Fulham.
Probably Fulham, yeah. Fulham and Palace. West Ham fans are going, fuck off, we don't want them in ours.
Mate, we're probably not even the fourth best team. What about the fourth best team in fucking London, let alone anything else?
Yeah, it's definitely something that needs to change, but I'm sure it will. Like we were saying earlier on, you buy one or two players, Or, like I believe needs to happen, you get a better manager. Because everyone forgets Liverpool didn't buy great players, first of all. We got Klopp. And then Klopp started doing mad shit with crap players. And then he started buying players that I thought were that crap. I didn't know who Robertson was. Wijnaldum I thought was a failed Newcastle player, some Dutch guy. You know what I mean? And then it starts to change. So I think you get the only thing is, who would that manager be now? There's no one out there, is there, that...
Nagelsmann from Leipzig, I like.
Yeah, but the only thing is that was before he's had his arse whooped by every English team he's ever played. Because I keep on thinking him, and every time an English player plays him, Man United 5, Leipzig 1, Liverpool played them, beat them. Everyone seems to give him a bit of a whooping.
That's only when he plays the big boys in the semi-finals or whatever other cup. When he's got a young team that, you know what I mean, to get that team there for what he's done is unbelievable.
Get a bit of experience. Up for a shot, yeah. Curls it miles over, but gets the shot away. Yeah, there's no manager out there to me that, you know what I mean, that you think, oh, everyone wants that manager. Obviously, everyone wants Pep. He's not going nowhere. When Klopp does go, he's going to go Germany.
I won't lie, mate. I'd take Wenger back.
I'd take Wenger back every day if I was a Man United Arsenal fan.
I would take Wenger back.
I think DT's got a lot to answer for, mate, because he's started the crowd up and madness.
Oh, mate, yeah, that whole channel's got a lot to be answered for. Yeah. But I'd want it to come with the basis that David Dean came with him, because when David Dean left Arsenal, I think that's when Arsenal all changed and all went wrong.
Yeah, and you had that chairman guy or whatever, the old boy. I mean, not the same, is it? JT saying, "What's up, boys? What's up to yourself, JT? Obviously, I hope you're looking forward to the Fantasy Football League on Tuesday to see how your week has gone. Obviously,
goalie.
The leagues don't count.
Goalie for Man City for Roma's gone down, so they've got one injury already. He's fallen like he looks like he's dislocated his shoulder or something. So the other goalie's definitely getting kitted ready. So I think there could be a change in goalie. They've had 2 subs probably in the first half of injuries.
Yeah, that's
madness.
Yeah, that is. And one, so you've had 2 major subs and 2 goals in the Man United game. Not bad for a Thursday night.
Honestly, it's bad that I'm watching the Man United game more than I'm watching the Arsenal game. That tells you everything.
Yeah, it does tell you everything you need to know. Holding with another foul. Does throw himself about, the lad. As much as I don't think he's very good, that's the minimum you can ask for a defender. I like that from Liverpool's Phillips. He's not the best either, but he smashes people around. If you're that Villareal striker, you don't want to play against him. He's on his arse.
Play to your strengths. Going hard.
Yeah, mate, defender at the end of the day. You're there to smash people. Those who have watched the watch-alongs before, you know I've got a little personal issue with this passing out from the back crap. I'm still yet to see anyone tell me how many goals have been scored this year compared to previous years where we just used to boot it, because I believe that booting, I remember those goals. Everyone remember those goals. You remember them goals, Rams, where they just looped it. Yeah, you said they were shit teams, Wimbledon, Boltons, but we all remember the goals. We all remember Stoke's long throw on. I don't remember I don't even remember Man City doing it very often, passing it out from the box and scoring.
There's always a time to play a certain way of football, no matter what, throughout a game, through game management. But to be fair, I think we did play it from the back in the day, but it was for our fullbacks. We'd go out from the goalie, go to the fullbacks, work the lines. And we did that all the time. So that was playing out from the back. Okay, it's not going through the core of your midfield. Well, that's just crazy. Don't play across your defence and then play out from your centre-backs. But we did play out from the back. We didn't sit in our box and play from our box and then start from there. We'd let the goalie distribute it further forward and play from there, to be fair. So
yeah,
I think they're making them.
You bring your centre backs back and then you go long. So you'd open up that space in the midfield, wouldn't you? And you'd go down to your right or left back, and they had just took one touch up the line. You know, where now it's all like random crap. Saka's through, goes backwards. He was through then. Partey 20, 30 yards over the line, over the bar. Disappointing shot from Partey. But I think he was more frustrated that Saka should have shot from the first time. Yeah,
he's had a number of them shots this year, to be fair to him. I've not seen one guy on target yet.
No, I think he's been the crappiest signing this year, and I'll never get full votes for that because Arsenal are too much of a big powerhouse.
That's right, mate.
Because I can't think of anyone else who's been that bad. He's hardly paid. Don't forget, it was cost 50 fucking million quid. So you've got to weigh it up. Who else cost more than 50 million last year?
Werner.
Oh, Werner's played much better than him. Werner's missed sitters.
How many goals has he got? 3, 4?
Nah, he's got more than that. Check it out.
I'm being dramatic there, obviously, but not what he should.
With Werner, he's still getting in the side. He's still playing every week. He's just missing those sitters where people go, he ain't missed again, has he? Oh, he has. But what I mean is, them goals are going to come. I can't tell you what part he's good at.
Well, fairness part, he's been injured half the time he's been here, so he's not had a real
That's
run.
what I mean. He comes in the side, he gets injured. That's what I'm saying. Just for that, you've spent 50 million on a player that's hardly played. Don't forget, in your derby, your biggest game of the season, what happened? He went off to cry to the manager and left, and they scored.
Well short.
Oh, it's 2-0. It's 2-0 from a corner. Albio, I never know Albio played for them. Quality defender. Albio, 2-0. Let's change that. This ain't bloody AFTV. I don't have to worry about Arsenal fans. Rams is a big lad. He can look after himself.
Nonsense.
This is all fans, and most fans right now are laughing. What is going on? I was about to say they're blaming Odegaard, but it was just because the camera's on him. Let me have a look. It's a free header right in the middle. That is crap defending. There is literally no one near him. In his defence, Holding's the only one who's even acting like his defender. And then look at Partey. We were talking about him. That's his man. That is embarrassing. He's meant to be a defending. Stanford's loving it in the comments. Good evening. JT's 2-0. Bill Ups. Yes, boys. What's happening to yourself, Bill Up? You've missed an interesting first half. You boys... I know you're a Man United fan. You boys are still 1-1. And Villareal are 2-0 up against Man United. Arsenal. I have got the Man United line-up for you, Bill.
Absolute joke. Jesus, this team. Go on.
The Bill-Ups is saying was hoping for a United Arsenal final. Yep, so was we. Still second leg to go, so you never know. And ignore the Man United sign. I only have 1 clock. That is the Arsenal score. Man United are 1-1, but that is their team for those that would like to know it. But we are concentrating on the Arsenal game, which unfortunately is 2-0. But I've just flicked it over. Fernandes has got a free kick. 32 minutes in. Whips it in, cleared at the front post. McFred with a 0 out of touch, 10 touch. You know, the ones that come out the sky and everyone says out of 10. He just hit a low 0. Bill Up saying he's got here at the best time. I think he's liking Rams, feeling sorry for himself.
This team's a joke, man. This team's a joke. Dead.
He's like a balloon. We're just deflating as the minutes go on.
Don't worry.
Every bit of air that leaves Rams comes into John.
enjoy your moments, innit? Because I won't be on the next Arsenal watching on that stupid team. Bum team.
The Bill Up saying we got a few additions to the highlight reel from Rams out of this episode. There's going to be a lot. Do you know that music where it says a little while later? Someone needs to do that with him. So he's sitting there like this, and then a little while later, and he's still sitting there like this. Or where they play that sad music. But Man United won, Roma won, much more competitive game. Roma back into their half. Roma 1-1 with the goalkeeper. That's 2-1. Roma. This is going to be checked. That's Zeko, big bad Zeko. Bill Up, you better turn them smiles upside down, my friend. He was abusing Rams. And John's come here to abuse you both. Maguire's on his knees. Ole's got his book out. Smalling's doing the Partey dance. Smalling's having a good time. Let me just check this. Because I think they are playing VAR. I'm not too sure.
They're not playing VAR.
They're definitely not, no?
They're checking with Lino. That's what they're comparing.
That's onside. Lovely ball. Cuts it back. Zeko just bullies Shaw at the back post. There was me saying Shaw's the best left back in the country. Bullied by the big man Zeko.
Oh, they've gone from one end of the pitch to the other. They started in their own box, worked down the line, all the way down. Lovely ball through. That's a great goal. Cut it back. That's a lovely goal. Fair play. Good football.
Oh, the actual finish. He controls it with 1 foot, went to finish it, and he hit his other leg and went in.
That's the Zeko for you, isn't it?
Yeah, that is, yeah. I don't know who their manager is, but he looks pretty funky. Little Italian guy, looking like he's got some swag.
Country mile onside though, well onside.
It's not who's the famous guy who used to play Roma? He's not the manager, is he?
Totti, I haven't seen it, but I don't think it's Totti, no.
Totti, that might have been him. You know, he said it. He had a grandad hat on. So
what a player he was though. Totti was unbelievable.
Bill up saying great through ball, but got super lucky with the pen though, no doubt. I didn't actually see the pen.
That was a stone wall pen. Pogba's hand was up in the air sliding in. What are you on? Stone wall, no two ways about it.
Oh, this is a penalty decision here for Arsenal.
That's a penalty.
It's the penalty decision here for Arsenal. Have a look at it. Oh, it's handball, Pepe. That's going to be pulled all the way back. What a prat. That's handball.
Can't put it back. There's no VAR.
Do you know what? That would have been... Oh, there's no VAR, is there? Hang on. He has been tripped. This might be a penalty. This is going to be very lucky. Grant White's in the building. Good evening. Penalty's been given. RBO's kicking off. Ramsey, look at his face. Everyone knows it. Look at his face trying to pretend he ain't happy with that. I'm calling it out.
I told you, Arsenal make it hard. This is what we do all the time. That's so never handball from Pep.
VAR penalty check. There is VAR. This is
what the hell is going on?
VAR penalty check on my screen. He's being sent to the big screen. He's being sent to the screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to get called off. Oh, Bill up, get the highlight reel ready. We called his face on the phone. He's feeling the sweat now. He's having to open the door, get some fresh air in. Is it going to be given? I'm going to know before Rams. We're going to know before Rams. So let's not say nothing. Let's see.
So I'm watching the Roma game. Don't worry about it. Ah, you mugs. You mugs. What are you on? How was that handball anyway?
What did I say? Handball by cheating Arsenal. Same old Arsenal. Always cheating. Pepe's giving it what? Handball. Put your hands down by your side where you count your 62 million they gave you, or 72 million. You are overrated. Between you and Partey, Arsenal have been taken to the cleaners. 150 million they've been robbed.
Referees suck out.
And it's 2-0 if you've just joined us. Arsenal have just had a penalty that was never a penalty anyway, but a penalty that they thought they had chalked off. Still 2-0 to rub it in. Man United are representing. Oh no, they're 2-1 down. I forgot about that as well.
They're 2-1 down.
Yeah, so both English teams are crap. Actually, I totally forgot.
After you said they're both going to be in the final, make your mind up, John.
Howard Johnson, Sam Rams, bro, this has got to hurt. I think his face says it all.
Might be closer to your 8-0 now, eh?
Yeah.
Nah. Let's not get carried away.
This is the great thing about All Fans TV. We're here for all your fans, but you get the joy of when Liverpool and Arsenal fan being able to throw a bit of banter on us. Luckily, should have started the channel last year when Liverpool went 60 games unbeaten. I'd have been right misery then for you all. Instead, I've started when we're about to lose Klopp. I don't know. We're probably going to sell all our best players. It's going to be very fun. Man United have had 8 attempts to Roma's 2. So Man United a bit unlucky by the looks of it. Grant White saying love VAR. Everyone's loving VAR. Rams, you like VAR, Rams?
Great game, Roma plan. Great game. Loving it. Don't think you can bait me into nonsense, boys. I don't bite, alright? I might be a dog, but I don't bite.
I just accidentally pressed up instead of down, found some BT Sport 1 showing Masters football, and I looked and they're already playing quicker football than half the Arsenal players. So if you're a bit bored by that game, flip it over BT 1 and you got some Masters football. I won't stay on it because I'll get glued to it and I'll miss loads of stuff.
And Roma were 2-2 for attempts on target though, both, so clinicalness from Roma.
Exactly, yeah. Luke Bishop's in the chat saying, oops. Exactly, Bish. It's a big oops for Arsenal. And it's a big oops for Man United as well, to be fair, because they started quite well.
To be fair, I'm not even gonna react to Bish because his team's having a good year, to be fair to them, so I can't really say much to them.
Yeah, West Ham are definitely doing well. They're faltering at the end. But luckily for them, Liverpool are doing exactly the same, so they've got a big chance. I think Leicester will start to fall away like they always do. So yeah, I still think West Ham are a massive chance of doing big things this year. But what you've got to ask yourself is, you can't get in the top 4. Do you want this? That's the thing you've got to ask yourself. Where if you're a big team with loads of players, you still struggle. Look at Arsenal, Man United; they struggle. Always the games after these. But if you're West Ham, I'm not too sure you really want to go into Europa. I mean, you find yourself.
They haven't got a squad for it, really.
Nah, that's what I mean. You end up next year finishing 11th in the Prem, instead of maybe kick on next year. Do you know what I mean? Keep Lingard, keep a few players, and see if you can kick on.
Yeah, but Europe might help them keep them players for now, though.
Could do, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 39 minutes to go, first half in the Arsenal game. Arsenal look like they're trying, but Villareal are looking very, very confident, especially after that penalty decision. You can imagine if you were playing, you feel like you've got away with one there. So
it don't help when you play against 12 players and the ref's like in their pocket. You can suck out.
yeah, I'm sure there's some other bitter Arsenal fans saying the same thing somewhere around the country. Big up yourselves.
I told you I don't know what Arsenal's going to happen. I told you make it hard. That's what we do. I'm used to it. I don't even sort of like pretend I'm not. It's what happens.
As I say, we'll be on for our next watch along on Sunday, guys. Big one, Man United versus Liverpool. Should be a really interesting game, especially for Man United, because they're going to finish in the top 4 regardless. They're not going to catch Man City, but they can potentially really dent our European hopes properly. Put the final nail in that 4th place hope. So it should be should be a good game.
I can imagine they're going to rest loads of players and still spank you boys 3-1.
Nah, they I remember last time I beat us, to be fair. What did they do this year? I think they drew this year, I can't remember. Well, no, they did beat us, didn't they?
Yeah.
Remember. John, I have a picture you can put on stream to replace Rams on the TV. Let me know what that picture is. This is where it'd be really good to have a Tottenham fan on for an Arsenal.
Hey, Chirpy boy on the channel, why don't you on the chat? Why don't you come on and put your mug on here, hey? Ugly boy, why don't you come on? Hey, chirp off, get your voice involved. Keyboard warrior, drop me out.
He's bitter like the Arsenal fans. All I know is download your Spotify. Hope this kid buys your club. Arsenal with a header at the back post. Is that Holding again? Holding again. For those who don't realise, we do a fantasy football league every Tuesday. Holding is in our side. I think we took him out this week, but he's in our squad. If you like your Premier Fantasy League, get involved every Tuesday night, round about 7, half 7. Get involved. See if you can win our little mini league. Myself and Rams have a joint team, and we're currently 2nd. And JT, who is in the chat, he's still in the chat now, is sitting 1st, loving life.
I think if we check the record, Grant White, who's in the chat, is sitting bottom. So yeah, you know, shows the knowledge
of goalkeeper.
Oh no way!
Is that a penalty?
No way.
Is that a penalty or a goal kick? Talk to me. That's a goal kick. I thought that was a penalty. Took it round the goalkeeper. Let me have a look at this. They're saying there's no touch on the player. Lovely run by this number 8. That's twice he's done that. Lovely through ball. Oh no, Leno doesn't even touch him. That would have been horrendous.
This is a shocking first half of football. What are you even doing, Arsenal? Like, this is a joke. Team's dead. I don't know what I'm watching. That's it. I'm not even watching it anymore. Roma.
Team's dead.
Come on, Roma.
Arteta's crap. Kroenke's terrible. Luke Bishop's loving the keyboard warrior. Yeah, it's a very disappointing, and I think it makes it worse when you've got Tottenham with a brand new stadium into cup finals. You've got West Ham, who you didn't even contemplate could ever be above you, or well above you, going into Europe. You got bloody, I don't know, whoever else is above you in London area. It must be even worse. You can't even afford a mascot. He's probably only about £60 a game, just to put it in context. Madness. Absolute madness was happening at one of the biggest clubs in England. They should be ashamed of themselves who run it. Crazy.
You're not going to... I'm not going to disagree, to be fair. I'm done with it. This is ridiculous. But Tottenham, yeah, done really well. They opened a new stadium, lovely stadium, and put no fans in it. Oh, unlucky boys.
Yeah, that is quite funny, to be fair. And they've just had to smash out loads of money to Mourinho, and he could have got them a cup before they'd done that. This number 8 for Villareal, again, been brought down. Let me tell you now, on All Fans TV, we could be paid by scouts, because I've just spotted this player. I don't know who he is, I don't know what his fucking name is, I don't know how old, number 8, baller, get him in your Euro squad, whatever country he's from. What a baller. I'll find out his name in a minute. It might be that Marino geezer I was talking about. No, that's number 7. Oh, no, this number 8 is. What a runner with the ball. Just burst past players. Foyth. That's not the Tottenham boy, is it?
That's the Tottenham boy. He just called him Tottenham boy. Oh, drop me out, fella.
Right, why? Is this your young lad who's in defence that's bursting through from defence to striker? What was his name? Justin Foyth or something? I don't remember. But that was it, because Mourinho got rid of him, didn't he? I think he is him, you know?
That's him, yeah.
I'll take it back. He used to be a baller, then he went to Tottenham, then he was shit, then he came here. He's having a random off game. But Arsenal under pressure once again, 30 yards out from goal, free kick. On target, good hands by Leno. Let's have a quick look at the Man United game, see what else is happening in there. Still 2-1 to Roma, 5 minutes of time.
It's a good game. It's competitive. Man United not getting back in it though, so Roma comfortable with the ball. But yeah, it's a nice game.
Yeah, it's not the best advert for English football, which I don't like, because we've all been guilty of it the last few weeks, enjoying the press saying that, do you know what I mean, Bayern Munich went out and all the English sides are doing well. And then here you are, Arsenal getting done by a mediocre Villareal side who have drawn more times than they've won. And I don't watch a lot of Italian football, I won't lie, but I hardly know anyone in the Roma side.
Mate, it's hilarious when media and things do that. I mean, they go in cycles. 1 year it's all English finals, then you go to Spanish and you have Roma and Real Madrid and Barcelona in there. It seems to cycle round when the leagues are doing well. That just makes sense. Yeah, I love one as well, thanks.
You hear my random shout out. Can you bring it in the branded cup, please? Representing the All Fans TV merch. Got the hat. I don't really suit hats, but I'm repping it out. It gives me a headache, hats. I don't know who else wears hats gets a headache. I think it's because my head's so big, so I have to stretch the cap. I think that's half time. It is half time for the Arsenal game. Still a few minutes left to play in the Man United game by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Villareal looking very happy with themselves.
Oh, come on, Fred. Oh, he's not past that champagne yet.
5 minutes added time. Very disappointing first half. After all this talk of Class FM about Man United, he's gone very quiet since they've disappeared. Billup's disappeared.
Oh, got a bit sheepish, boys. Come on, what you're telling me about? You got a picture to put on the screen and you're gone sheepish. You're not even talking anymore. You're not even bashing the keyboard. Let alone coming on the channel. You boys, oh, come on, show us what you got. Let's be having ya.
God, there's nothing worse than looking at a twat wearing something and you can actually see yourself. It's one of the worst things ever. Man United on the attack. Last throw of the dice. Lovely ball by Wan-Bissaka, to be fair to him. It was a bit too heavy. Can't have been Wan-Bissaka. I need to watch that back. That looked like an actual forward pass. Solskjaer's chewing his gum, thinking he's Ferguson.
You don't like Wan-Bissaka, do you?
He's just overrated. I don't mind players that are even average, but then you just got to accept it. I can't deal it when you got the world saying people like Hendo are average and you got the same people saying people like Wan-Bissaka's amazing. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's not a bad player though.
But this is the great thing about football, isn't it? And this is the great thing about... This is one of the reasons why we wanted to do it, is fan opinion, isn't it? Everyone's got an opinion. for every Maguire hater, there's a Maguire lover, isn't there? And that sort of goes for the same, all these players.
I don't know how you can love Maguire. That's £80 million of rubbish.
Oh, Cavani, 1-on-1. Oh, he's missed it. 1-on-1, still there. Oh, and he's missed it again. Sack him. He has just been it's literally 20 seconds to go. They've passed it across the back and he's cut it out. Terrible pass. And he's just hit it at the goalkeeper twice. Wow. And
all you Man United fans in the chat, how do you feel about Cavani and signing another year this year? Do you want him staying at the club or do you want to get rid of him? I think his experience is valuable. I think he brings valuable experience to the front line. You haven't got much of a front line in my eyes.
Yeah, it's a random one, which is why they want us to try and put everything into stopping Man City getting Haaland. Because it could be a very, very difficult night or difficult couple of seasons for them if that happens. But from that Cavani chance, they've still got a corner, sure to whip it in. Another good header. Who's that? Is that Big McTominay? It is. McTominay through the back of Smalling. Take that, Smalling. That's for your party dance earlier on. To be fair, McTominay's a big lad and he's walloped both of them.
Right. Smalling be laughing last though, won't they? Dancing all the way to the semi-final second leg.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. When you see McTominay like that, you can really see what a good player he could be because he's a beast. JT saying quality player. And then Howard Johnson says, Rams, you actually know Sam, bro. I'm actually a Gooner too. I forgot he was an Arsenal fan.
Come on, Big H. You're on my team now. Come on, Big H. We can still get something out of this game and scrape something out of the second leg. Don't worry. We'll make it hard, but we'll get there.
So that's half time in the Man United game as well. 2-1 to Villareal, to Roma, and obviously 2-0 to Villareal. Not a great half for the English sides, but still 1.5 left. Second leg obviously to come. I don't know who's who's it worse for? Man United are at home, right? So this is a worse decision for Man United because you get one goal near the end. This ain't a bad away European performance.
Yeah, they've got 2 away goals conceded against them at the moment. So
but actually, looking at it, that's a bit deceiving, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll get a late goal, like I say, and take it to the second leg and make it hard for ourselves. We always do.
Yeah, hopefully my wife's just near enough crashed and burnt me a cup of tea. Luckily she didn't spill it on the merch.
I was going to throw it all over you, mate. That'd be quite hilarious.
That's all I'd have cared about. I wouldn't have cared about my scolding face. I'd have been like, hoodie!
I see you dance on YouTube.
Yeah, that would be quite funny. Obviously, if you are new around here, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us on all the socials. Myself and Rams don't do the socials. One of the teams does it. He does a really, really good job. So get behind him, support some of his likes, give him a share, all the rest of it, and help allfanstv on our journey to become a real sporting community.
And I'm deadly serious to all of you out there. Like, come on, like, let's not be sitting there having quick fingers, being trigger happy on the keyboard. That's not what this is about, yeah? You got the minerals to talk on the keyboard. Come on, show us your ugly mug. Let's hear your opinion then. Oh, you mince up and sit on the fence catching splinters. Come on, people. Get involved. Send an email. We'll reply. We'll get you back on and we'll get your opinion on. Let's be having you. Let's be hearing you.
As early as next week, we'll be getting fans on. So as Ram says, get involved. You got something to say? You want to do a special on your club? I'd really like to see fans from not the usual clubs as well. Obviously we're all Arsenal and the big six we all love. But if you're a club without a platform, if you're a League One, League Two club, and you're on the edge of relegation, you're on the edge of promotion, you'd like to get your story heard and bring a bit of attention to your team, or you've got a player in the lower leagues or a player for a crapper team that doesn't feel like you're getting the respect he deserves, right through to thinking me and Ram chat a load of shit and you want to come and call us out, bring it on. You're welcome on the channel. Send us an email and we'll get you on. Or this is where my fact I can hardly read. we'll come on to it with big chat. So I'll try and read this up, but I know what it's about, and the short answer is yes, Bill up. Did you boys see the leg damage at UFC this weekend? Weidman, what a madness. A replica of what Silva did on him and the other guy that had his ACL murdered. John knows about that one. Yeah, I do know about the ACL murdered, but it was madness.
Bill up, you're missing out. You must have not realised that we got a fight camp every Wednesday, 7:30, where we talk about the previous show and we talk about our predictions going forward. And if you're not aware, boys, man's 1-0 up, you know what I'm saying? Dusted my shoulder off on that. So yeah, we saw that action, and man, how he took that leg break and stepped back and shattered it was awesome. Well, awful, but awesome at the same time.
Yeah, it made me feel a bit ill. I said yesterday on the Fight Camp show. As I say quickly on the Fight Camp, every Wednesday, myself and Rams predict the results, and as Rams alluded to, first week's results, he won, beat me 2-1, and I lost on the Usman Masvidal fight, which is very disappointing because I actually strategised my answer based on what I thought Rams was going to do, and I lost. It's the first of 5 victories gets to throw a forfeit on the other player. So All Fans TV are not playing. We need you to watch those on Wednesdays. If I end up 5-0 down and I only end up with 10 views watching me do this bush chucker trial, I will be absolutely fuming. So yeah, we saw it. We also saw the who was the fight before Rams, the Crute versus Smith.
Yeah, another one.
2 major leg kicks, 2 disgusting. Yeah, and then the rest of the night was just mad knockouts.
Man, what a warrior Crute was to take that leg kick and then start wrestling for the next 30 seconds to a minute to get through to the round and still want to go in the second round. Yeah. Not this pussy old stuff, putting your foot down and breaking. Real man stuff. Like, I'll fight on.
JT saying that leg break was awesome, or gruesome, should I say, and it really, really was. And Howard saying, John, you need to put up the Weidman leg break on stream. We can study the leg snap. Do you know what? I should have done that on the Fight Camp. I forgot I can do that. Thanks for the heads up there, Howard. And then big up Olympia FC. First friendly this Saturday. Bill and Rams reunion, 24 years in the making. So yeah, big up Olympia FC. For those that don't know, they play in the Essex League, and they've got their first friendly this Saturday, and Rams is making an appearance. So for those who have ever seen Rams play football, it'll be an appearance. No one else in this team will forget, because Rams will show up and own it. He's like the Conor McGregor of football. He's not fucking coming to take part. He's coming to take over. I've played next to him. You better do as he's told. So yeah, and as I said, if you are a local team and you just play amateur football, we are the channel for you, because we're also going to be doing a friendly in this coming summer where we'll be getting teams that aren't professionals, aren't semi-professionals, aren't YouTubers with millions of subscribers. They are you and your mates down the pub, been to plan for years, or you've just got back together, or you're just coming up to vet age and you think you can still come on and ball. We're going to raise a bit of money for charity, and we're going to do that in Essex or London. And I know Bill Up has already emailed in representing Essex Olympia, or Olympia FC, as the first Essex edition. So yeah, if you like sport, not only are we going to show it, but we're also going to give you guys the opportunity to get a bit of coverage on YouTube. And I might even rock up on a little match of Rams without him realising, with some cameras, and yeah, just appear and see him having it without him realising, until he looks to the side and sees me sitting there with my camera.
Mate, that'll be the highlight reel of the show. People, come on down, watch me ball.
Yeah,
man, really got good feet, you know.
Be good fun. If I didn't have a bad leg, I was going to do maybe like a charity fight as well, or something like that. But I don't know if my leg will take it up. But I don't.
Big John versus Jake Paul.
Yeah, let me caveat that. If there's any YouTuber and stuff like that, I'm up for it. No drama. But
DT, come on, DT.
Well, DT.
He told me the other day he would deal with you easy, DT. One time, one punch. Don't even be having that, DT.
Well, not being funny. DT's just going to call his son. So I'm better off addressing you, Kieran. But not being funny. A bit bigger than you, mate. So I don't think it'll work well with you. Pick one of your big lads. Get him involved. First of all, as well, you're lucky. I've been watching your DTFC. You're lucky your dad's the manager as well, because you can't play football anymore, mate. I hear you used to be semi-pro. I watched that the other day. You're the worst player on that field. You're lucky your dad's the manager. Everyone else on there who plays for that team or watches it, you know I'm absolutely right. At DTFC, I've got some ballers, and DT Son isn't one of them. So, yeah, very.
Well, you never know, yeah. There's quite a lot of fan channels around these days. Could be like a little fight league for the fan channels, little box off.
Oh, it'd be epic.
Little free round charity match.
Yeah, and we don't condone gambling, but money's on All-Fan TV or one like that. Money's on us. Bill up saying you're coming to watch, John. I'm definitely going to come down and watch some of your training sessions, that is without a doubt. I've just got to try and obviously make sure I'm not on here or not at work. But yeah, I would have done it anyway, but now I know Rams is there. It's extra pants for me, especially if he doesn't know I'm there. And you never know, people. I might even make an appearance. You never know. Imagine it like a little cameo. He just looks up and I'm there, mate, with the camera on. I'm rolling. I've just got the ball and I'm running. But for those who know me, I can't run anymore. So what I mean is I'll be walking really fast with the ball. Looking dangerous. So yeah, hopefully, Bill up saying hopefully they have all the leg injuries last Saturday and not this Saturday now. I wish you all the best for your friendly. I hope there's loads of bants. I hope you win. And I hope you get plenty of practice, because when we do launch our All Fans TV summer tournament, Bill up, your team better need sharpening, because you could be putting in now, could be putting like you in with some big sides to. As I say, there will be rules. There won't be semi-pro and all that, but they're going to be very, very good sides that I'm going to be aiming to get in. So you better get your training twice a week instead of once a week, and you better get a better defender than Rams.
Yeah, man, they're blessed with Rams. They've got that all day long talking nonsense over there, John. Come on down, do a cameo. I'll Megsy you all day long.
The thing you've got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a true story, no one starts as a defender. Just work that one out. You just get pegged back, don't you? Do you know when you're a kid and you get they get the two captains? Ram's laughing because he knows that's the way it is as a kid. You get your two captains, and if you end up being the last one picked, you're either in fucking goal or you're in defence. Do as you're told. You're lucky to be playing. Oh, please, don't please me. Do as you're told. That's how it goes, don't it, when you're a kid? When you was a baller like me, I was the captain. So I was the one picking, pulling. And then, so that defence and goalkeeper situation just never came around me. So maybe I was the best defender in the world. I don't know. I just never got positioned in it. But obviously you must have been slumbered there. Do you know what I mean? Do you know how to play football, mate? In defence you go. You look a bit angry. Get in there.
Oh, the nonsense that comes out of your mush, mate. You played football for all of about 18 years and then got crippled. Drop me out, fella.
Billup's calling me Deep Heat Dave.
Hop along, Dave.
So yeah, coming up for the second half in a few minutes, guys. I'm hoping it's going to be. I'll be the sponge boy, no problem at all, Bill. I'll be the sponge boy. As I say, I'm not after fancy titles. I only have the title of executive chairman of YouTube, presenter Mojo. I don't know why I didn't think it was a big deal, Rams. Did you?
Oi, this kid makes me die. This
is what happens when I watch Arsenal and bloody Man United. There's never enough to keep me interested, so my mind just goes, and the more years I stay on here, the more I'm going to have to become myself, and so you might as well see it from day one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a bit out there.
And the more he talks nonsense, I try not to swear.
Yeah. But the swearing's been very good. YouTube guidelines, pick yourself up. We are well behaved. And we want to create a community that is all inclusive, so we don't want it to be aggressive or opposing. We don't want to come across like that. But when you get on here and you have an opinion, we'll have an opinion too. So just kick back off. Let me start the clock.
How far in front of you?
Only just kicked off. The only thing is I missed the changes. Anyone who watches our watch-alongs know they're not the most professional outfitters in the world. Sometimes we end up with a completely different side that's actually playing. But today I've started really well, so I want to try and keep it. So let's have a look. Have Arsenal made any changes? Probably not, because it's Arteta. He never does at half-time. Nope. No changes. A bit disappointing that if I was an Arsenal fan. 2-0 down, so you can't exactly keep people on and say you've done all right. Give me more of what you did.
But like you say, we pinch a goal late and it's 1-0 away goal. We win 1-0 at home, the game's over. So sometimes you get carried away and you get battered. So, do you know what I mean? Maybe give it 10, 15 and see what happens. But yeah.
Man United are taking the piss, they haven't even kicked back off. It's a bit naughty, they kicked off early. How's that work? Arsenal have either had a shorter half time or Man United are like getting some food or something.
Man United, Fergie time.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
what it is. Well, I'd be interested to know because I can't see it whether the Villareal players are waiting in changing rooms because that does sort of stuff happen and it does make a difference. Especially
you mean the Roma
UFC.
players, what?
I was watching a UFC embedded last week and there was 11 minutes go by if you're first from when you first go out. So obviously you have to get in position before the UFC guy goes, right, Rams, you're next. Then you might wait there for 3 minutes, warming up. You've got all your people there giving it, Spartan! Like all the adrenaline's going. Then you wait, then you go about 50 metres and wait again. Then you come in the ring. Then you obviously have to have all your song and dance. Then the other guy goes through all the same thing. Then you have Bruce Buffer. It was absolutely mental. I couldn't actually believe it, how much energy you'd use in those 10 minutes would be outrageous.
Oh, come on, early doors. This team are dead.
I didn't have it on the Arsenal game. Let me turn it over.
Pepe had a chance, 5 yards out, hits it at the player defender in front of him.
Who's this? This looks like a Smith Rowe corner, is it? No, Odegaard corner. Lovely left foot he's got, but it's far too heavy. What a lovely left foot. When you see left-footed players kick the ball, it just looks better, doesn't it?
Oh, they're majestic. Left-footed players are always the better player for me. Every left-footed player's technically always better players.
They just look really good, don't they? So yeah, second half underway. Bad first half and a bad for both English sides, really. To say you couldn't really say.
What's going on with Man United? Put a Fergie time, isn't it? Like, where are they?
They're still not kicked off, no?
No. Like I say, I might be a couple minutes behind, but definitely not kicked off.
Now, this is the thing with watching telly on with no volume. It's so weird. But that is what we do for all fans.
Well, it's actually better for me. I don't have to hear the commentators slag off my team. In fact, what I do is I get comments from the keyboard warriors that ain't big enough to come on here and give it themselves, don't I? Mugs.
I'll just have a cup of tea from my...
Oh, John, you crease me up, mate.
All angles. We don't do things by halves, mate, do we, at the end of the day? This is how you know we love what we do, people. This is genuinely fun for us to create. Obviously, we hope we get massive and we earn millions. I'm not going to lie to you from day one. I'll probably be divorced, have a couple of other women by then, live in a mansion, have a couple of cars. That is the dream, I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm just happy with having a laugh with and building a mini community if the worst case happens. But I'm not going to pretend that like Robbie, I'm not really that well off, I don't really love it. Fuck off, Robbie. You're minted, you're loving life. You didn't start this to build a community, you started it to get minted. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a bit of bloody honesty and transparency in life. And
mate, it took him 7 years.
Fogden. Don't lie about that as well. Me and Rams don't believe you about that, do we, Rams? We think he charged Fogden, didn't we?
It took him 8 years to get there, and he charged him double bubble. He wasn't having any of that. He was making money off every appearance possible.
Yeah, and just to let you know, when I'm really big, I'll be about $8,000 just to turn up, and I'm only turning up by Zoom. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you.
Come on, boys. You've got to pick this game up and start doing something in the second half. Like, seriously, fix up, switch on and play some good football. It's not hard. Play like Arsenal play, you mugs.
In the chat, Robbo, what will second half bring for United and Arsenal? And I think it's going to be very much the same. From what I've seen in the Man United game, it's been fairly competitive. And what I've seen from the Arsenal game is it's been just a peter out game before United's 70th minute, 80th minute. So I think it's going to be more of the same. I'm a bit disappointed. I went for 3-2 to Arsenal. So Arsenal got to score 3 goals. And I went for 2-0 to United, which obviously can't happen. So it shows you how bad I do in these predictions and why I'll probably be eating bloody some dodgy stuff in this Bush Tucker trial in a few weeks. Because my predictions are not that reliable.
Well, I went 1-1, so I'll take 2-1. A loss, to be fair, but it has to hit the way it's going at the moment, mate. I'll take that. Jeez. That's how bad it's come. I'm willing to take a 2-1 loss. Like, what? Fix yourself up, right? What are you saying? That's a dead comment.
Stanford saying those hoodies are going to be 60 quid a pop. Yes, mate. And then when we're mega famous, they'll be only available at £300 gold version. Now, to be fair, we're going to obviously sell a bit of merch if we ever get bigger. We're not. Oh, Man United 2-2. What a finish by Cavani. For those who play football, do you know when you hit it on that sweet spot, you know as you've hit it, it's perfect. And it's just flown into the top corner. Smalling's having a nightmare. Tell me who the manager is. It looks like Totti, but I don't know, and I can't
That's not Totti. I've looked at it a few times. It's definitely not Totti.
Definitely not Totti. Let's have a look. Oh, do you know what? That's offside. You know, there's no VAR. It's doing me head in a little bit because that's offside.
But you haven't got VAR.
Do you know what? Fernandes with another beautiful assist, no look pass. And Cavani's got this weird plaster on him, like who was the
Nelly,
that was it. What a finish, though! And I love it when there was that water on the net, like there was that punch from Masvidal when his coach had just put water on his head, and then Usman knocked him out, and you got that picture of all the water coming off.
The water was flying off. That made it look even more epic.
Yeah, same as that goal behind the camera goal. The net had all the water spraying and it looked amazing. So 2-2. What a great start for Man United. Bill up saying, have that Cavani. And yeah, Stanford will eventually sell the hoodies. Of course, you can get one more by me for obviously the allfanstv allfanstv page launching in the summer. Of course, Stanford, we're on that. I like you. You're like my PR guy. You should send us our next strategy.
Fernandes
has popped up with OnlyFans. Let us know. I'm happy to set up a page.
Fernandes popped up with an assist and a goal. He's actually running the show at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, this is why, for those who watched the fantasy, this is what I said, didn't I? For those who watch fantasy, it's exactly what I said about.
No, it's not what you said.
I said
he's not playing.
Goals and assists. You're like, I think we should take him out this week. I said, nah.
It don't count in Europe. It don't count in Europe, mate. It does not exist.
No, I know, but I'm just saying this is what he's capable of, and he just gets goals, he gets assists. Pogba's
he hasn't scored in the league or an assist for like 5 games. I guarantee this weekend he doesn't get a goal.
Well, I hope you're right, mate, playing Liverpool.
Actually, you might get a penalty.
I'll get the Warren one sent out to see a Stanford. Count it.
It costs more though. It costs more for the sweat.
Yeah, it's funny. As I say, we really want to build a community. If we ever did sell merch, it'd be as cheap as we could make it. That's the reality of it. We'd want to make a couple of quid. That's it. We're also going to be doing loads of charity stuff throughout 2021-22. So we'll be trying to raise some money for some really, really good causes. Not necessarily sport charities, any charities, Little Havens. Obviously myself and Rams have got children, so kids ones, stuff like that. Old people's ones. Obviously the whole world should be thinking about the old people at the moment. Obviously because of COVID, it's made us all think of our old dears and people we know. And so yeah, we raise some money for some good causes. We'll think of some crazy stuff. For those that don't ever know, I'm sure we'll talk about it in detail one day, but Rams has done some mad charity stuff. He's a bit of a cycle madman, so I'm sure we'll send him around the world.
And we've got an elusive figure in the background that is like our charity champion, mate, and he's like a little warrior at challenges. So he's going to be setting up a challenge soon. I can guarantee it in the next few months. He'll be coming on with something crazy like, I don't know, running a mile over hot coals or some madness, jumping out of a hot water balloon. I don't know, mate. You name it, he'll do it. So
one of the secret members of allfanstv, and we say secret, it's not for everyone coming on the channel, but as I said, there's 4 of us who created it, and as Rams alluded to, he's like, Rams have done some mad stuff with a charity, but around biking, this guy's done, I can't remember
everything.
I can't remember the last thing he did, but I remember Rams saying it can't be done. It was like 90 miles in a day running or some craziness.
Running for 24 hours without hitting.
He did it. And he is in the chat. I won't tell you who he is because obviously, you know, I mean, we might be famous one day, might have to close down our socials one day. But if you're in the chat, big up yourself. 90 miles in a day running. Anyone else who likes a bit of fitness, just consider that. I like a bit of fitness. 5 miles.
From what I know from him, he's doing another one this weekend, dusk to dawn. I think he's running from dusk and finishing at dawn. So, yeah.
Madness.
Some people. We're in lockdown, so you can't get out and do anything anyway. But some people need to get out a bit more.
But we'll definitely get him on here, and we will raise some money. So we want to try and do as much as we can to build the community, but also put some stuff back into good stuff.
Mate, we want to put back in good calls. Fucking Arsenal are good calls at the moment. Give them some money and help them out. Jesus. It's like Oxfam appeal. Please help my club. They're so bad. Please help them get back. Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's what's funny. I saw some funny Spotify things, and they were like, imagine Arsenal do get bought by Spotify, and then like they could do certain campaigns where all Arsenal fans would be like,
oh, who's gone? Who's gone? Ceballos has gone. They sent him off. Oh, you know what? This is getting beyond a joke now.
oh, I'm watching the other game. Ceballos been sent off. Oh,
second yellow card.
Arteta's got to go, mate. He has got no discipline in this team whatsoever. I'm seeing it now. Let's have a look. It's a terrible pass by Pepe. It puts him all in trouble. Like, remember, look at this. Can't be sent off for that.
Is that a second one as well? No.
Arteta's fuming. He knows his job is hanging by a thread. He went in looking young. He's come out looking old. It's like a Prime Minister's reign at Arsenal now. They just go in and look gaunt with a few mumps. So yeah, he has gone. Send off. Arsenal down to 10 players. Tobias.
Oh, it's a naughty challenge as well. That's an ankle breaker.
Tobias is out of there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a naughty challenge, but it's all about the pass. Pepe put him all in. That's called a hospital ball for those who don't play football.
Literally.
Hospital ball, put him all in trouble. This is the second time I've had to make a 10-man team.
Mate, this team is not good for your nerves and your heart, man. This team just, they put you through the mill every game. Seriously.
They're just absolute pony, aren't they? Let's have it how it is, man. Like, there's a couple of good players in there. But you're going to realise how good they're not when Saka doesn't even get into the Premier League side and stuff like that, into the Euros. He's still good, but do you know what I mean?
But he's a 19-year-old kid. You shouldn't even be talking about him. He's a 19-year-old kid, for God's sake.
That's what I'm saying. He's your best player.
In front of him, they're a joke, mate. This team's a joke. From the board to the manager, to the whole team is a joke, mate. Fix up.
Your other player that looks quite good is Odegaard. He ain't even yours.
Wow.
Smith Rowe. That just sums him up. He's just been bullied by Albiol.
And he's 20 years old again. They're all kids, you know what I mean? You can't be hoping on kids to be your stars in their first breakout season or whatever you're going to call it. It's a joke.
It is 2-0. 2-0 down to 10 men. As you can see, they've just now got Partey and Odegaard in the middle. And Man United have made their comeback. It's 2-2. It's still not a great result for Man United if the away goals count, but they'll be feeling much better now. They're in at 2-2. Everyone knows Man United always tend to do well in the second half, so I'm sure Bill Up and Class FM and Lukey G in the chat are fairly confident. They're on the attack as we speak. Lovely little ball by Fernandes. That was actually a foul. Into Pogba, into the box, and should score. Down McTominay with a weak pass to Cavani. They should have scored then. Another cross into the box. McTominay wins it again. Still pretty weak, but he bashes the player down. I said that earlier on.
He's won a lot in the air as well. He's won a lot of challenges.
Yeah, he's a real beast of a player, isn't he? So yeah, he's definitely a good player. Obviously, you got the media blackout this weekend, which should be good. You seen that, Rams?
No. Go on, what's going on?
So they're doing a media blackout. So all weekend there'll be no media from any sports places. They've all joined it now. Started with the Premier League and the rugby. I think the rugby started it. Tell me if I'm wrong. I haven't followed this intently in the news step by step, but from what I can pick up, I think it's the rugby that started it. Now everyone's got involved. There'll be no social media this weekend from any of the top teams in support of kicking out racism out of sport.
Well, we're a top team, mate. So I'm guessing we've got the weekend off then, my friend, yeah?
Yeah, so they'll still show the games, but they're not going to publicise anything. They're not going to. They're just going to close their YouTube, their social media accounts for the whole weekend, which is actually a really big deal for them. It's still only a drop in the ocean. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Obviously, it's a political thing. But when you see racism still going on in football, yes, this is a good token, and I'm not against it. But you can't just do this and then let someone swear at someone and call someone names at football and not bar him. You know what I mean?
It's still going on. Let's be fair, it's getting worse in football. I think this year or last year, they're throwing bananas on the pitch at Aubameyang in the Premier League. That used to happen in Europe. That didn't happen in the Premier League. Exactly. So let's be fair. And the millions and tons of comments you get on social media, this is a snippet of what they need to do with social media. Wise, there should be some sort of regulation out there to sort something out. Because I'd love to have a bit of abuse on social media. But let's send the location, bruv. Send the location. I'll show you what I am.
Yeah, that's and I think that's what they're trying to draw the attention to, is this bit where they're all trying to lobby for every social media to be done by ID verification. So everyone has to put their face and their name to their account and be held accountable. But as I say, I found it interesting. I just see it pop up then, and as I say, it's not enough, but obviously, like everyone should be, we're against racism, so at least want to applaud them for doing something. And all weekend it will bring mass attention to the situation. I just don't want it to come Sunday at midnight when their social media gurus are allowed to post again that it's all forgotten about. Then it's pointless. Villareal 1-on-1. He's passed it to Zeko, even though Zeko was behind him. What a chance wasted. Oh, I don't know who that was, but that was bad play by Roma. So yeah, I thought I wanted to mention that. What else did I put on here to talk about? Obviously, we spoke about the Champions League last night. Big up to obviously Man City, 2-1 winners. Was that?
Man City done really well. They looked good. They played well. PSG looked like they had 20 minutes in the game. I didn't get a chance to see the Chelsea game, so I can't talk much on that one. But like I said to you earlier, I think Chelsea's going to do Chelsea. They're going to do that Conte style, 3-5 at the back, be hard, be compact, and they've got good players that can break quick and score goals. Like I say, Werner, I slagged off a little bit earlier, but in fairness to him, he gets in the positions, mate, and he's always creating the chances. Oh, he's not finishing a lot of them, but they've got a lot of players. Come next year, they could be a force. Yeah,
well, even in that game, they're 1-0 and Werner plays a lovely 1-2. It comes to him and puts it over the bar. Yeah. It's easier to score. So, yeah, he does miss the odd chance, but a dodgy challenge by McTominay. Really dodgy challenge. And obviously, yeah, so they drew 1-1. Their second legs, I believe, are next week or the week after. So really, really looking forward to potentially a Man City versus Chelsea Champions League final. And I've got to be honest, there's certain teams that are made and have pedigree, and it's Liverpool and Chelsea that have it. And if there's any teams to beat Man City, I always think it's us too. And I could see Chelsea doing them.
Yeah, you got that mentality to win. Like, you've always won cups, even when, like, say, for your bad spells. You've always won cups. You've always got that mentality to sort of graft out a tournament event, and like Chelsea, but it's like when you see it in Europe, you always know that Italy have got a chance of always winning the Euros or the World Cup. Because just, even though they've got a good team, they're not as good as what you think they are. They're just proven to have that mentality to graft out that result and get over a tournament. France will sort of do it a little bit as well, to be fair. So I know what you mean.
Well, All Fans TV are on the radio tomorrow, and one of the questions that I've been sent is my thoughts on the Euros. And obviously, All Fans TV had never been on the radio before, so we could just go in politically correct. Instead, I'm savage in Southgate. So I'm either going to become really hated, or people are going to go, yeah, it's about time someone said how shit he is. Because I'm putting it on him. They want my opinion, they're getting it. He's an absolute terrible manager.
The thing is, you hate Southgate, yeah. I get you hate Southgate. And as a player, I hated him after the penalty and whatnot in the Euros. So I understand we come from that school of the '96, where, you know what I mean, that was our golden era. We should have got through to the final, and he ruined it. And I understand that, but we look at over the last sort of 10 years, even after the golden generation of Beckham and Scholes. After that, when we thought we was and we got to the quarterfinals all the time, but never got any further. After that, for about 5, 6, 7 years, we couldn't even get through to the group stages. We're losing to Iceland's and Macedonia's. And so, to be fairness to the guy that you're saying is not that good, he got us to a semi-finals of the tournament last tournament we was in, which we couldn't qualify for the last time we was in it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But
I know it's not pretty.
It's definitely not pretty, and it's all over the show. We're a month and away, and we don't even know what our starting 11 is. Every other country I've seen does. Holland definitely does. Germany definitely do. France, I've watched enough of their qualifiers. Now and again they mix it up, but that's only because they're resting players. We're still trialling people. It's embarrassing. Cavani 2-on-1 if he can win it. He's got no legs left. It's like watching me run then. Stanford is saying, to be fair, 10th place teams in the Prem never going to be great in Europe. Be bottom half when Villa win their game in hand. So plenty of abuse coming to Arsenal. Man United 1-1 again. 3-2. Cavani with a tap in. Wan-Bissaka with the shot, saved by the goalkeeper. Terrible shot, I think, but terrible shot by Wan-Bissaka that is. But even worse goalkeeping. But Man United 3. Roma 2, 63 minutes gone. Very, very good result this now for Man United.
What did I say the question earlier about Man United and keeping Cavani? This is why he's a proven player. It's what he does. He knows how to find the net. He ages well, mate. I'll see you keep him next year. Why not? It's cost you nothing. He's a free transfer. You're paying his wages. You pay astronomical wages to all your players. So what difference does it make?
But what you get back in return from him is going to get you goals. He's going to be in that position more times than not. The odd game is going to win you a header that no one else would win.
That's the difference. He has that aerial threat. He has more to his game than just a goal. He can link the play up. He hasn't got to have speed now because, like we say, in the air, you just put it in there and he'll challenge all day long. So for me, it's a no-brainer. Especially when I don't think they're blessed with strikers over there. I mean, Rashford plays out wide. Is he really a striker? Greenwood's coming onto the scene. Is he ready yet? Without getting Haaland, even if you get Haaland, what do you bank everything on Haaland as the only striker? You need support for him. He needs to have a backup, doesn't he? He needs to have a choice. So it'd be mad if they got rid of him.
Yeah,
because he has turned this game around for him.
The only thing is, I think he wants to go to South America. Don't he? From what I've read, he wants to go to wherever that team is. There's only a couple of famous ones.
Boca Juniors, I think.
Boca Juniors, yeah. And you can understand that. I've been told to turn it back over because Arsenal are all over the show. Villareal should have scored again. I've just turned it over and Villareal are making a sub. So I understand from people in the chats that it's getting worse for Arsenal. 2-0 down to 10 men and playing pretty poor by the sounds of it. And Fonseca is the manager of Roma. Okay, good player he was. I thought he looked young. I thought he looked funky, you know what I mean? A little different from the English managers we're used to seeing. Other than Arteta, to be fair, he's still pretty young.
You boys in the chat, you keep hating on how bad Arsenal playing. They can keep doing that, but it's only a goal we need. So as long as we don't concede another one goal, and we're still in this title all day long. And to all you Yid fans, guess what? We still know how to win a trophy. So we might not be the best team in the world. We might not be in the league, but we can get a trophy here and there. So we've always got a chance, unlike you lot. Hashtag lost another final. Hashtag get out of here.
There's definitely no love lost between you Tottenham and Arsenal fans. But as you say, it's definitely not been great. But you get another goal, you can quite easily come back. And as you say, that they're going to score. It's a very good cross, to be fair. Good play by Arsenal there. It was a bit hit and hope at the end, but it was good football. And Dubs is saying that Villareal should have scored again. I've now turned it over. Now I'm convinced that Man United are on their road to victory.
You should have done your scores the other way round. Didn't you say 3-2 to Arsenal and 2-1 to United?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Should have done it the other way. I'd have been close, wouldn't I?
Better. It's better. Oh, naughty foul there.
I'm just having a look of what your runs have been. So, looking at Man United, I'm not going to go through the whole group stages, but from the last 16, they've played Milan. Quite a good side, to be fair, isn't it? Let's be honest. Then they got Granada, which is a Spanish side that's having a good year, but well punching above their weight. Yeah, which they obviously won quite easily. And then they've got then they've got Roma. So, penalty Arsenal. I thought I glanced up and saw a penalty. Penalty Arsenal. Who is it? It's the man Pepe. This is where you repay your 72 million. The keeper looks young as well. He looks either knackered or he looks nervous. Referee's going back to have another word with the keeper. He's not happy about this bouncing up and down. Sit on your line, he's telling him. Stop bouncing up and down.
And mate, don't scare me. I thought you said he was going to look at the VAR again. Don't do this to me again. We did this in the first half.
He's just scored. What a crap penalty.
Come on, boys. Just needed a goal. Come on.
I need to watch this back. But 6
mate,
goals in 12 matches
goal,
for Pepe
mate.
now, and you see stats like that, it doesn't look like it look that bad. He's picked the ball up, he's running back. Let's have a look at this. Was it even a penalty? What a dive by Saka. Wow. Let me have a look at the chat. That is a dive.
Come on, a goal's a goal. Don't matter how you get it, boys, you get it. Come on, Saka. Come on, Pepe. Now try and manage the game. I know it's hard for Arsenal boys, but manage the game. Keep it tight, maybe grab another one. It ain't rocket science, boys, all right? 10 men or not, compact, tight, organised. Definitely a penalty.
Yeah, definitely not a penalty, but definitely something you're not going to care about. You're 2-1, you're down to 10 men. You've got the elusive goal. Just before that, Bish was saying, I admire your optimism. Stamford saying, hashtag please go live Rams every Arsenal game. We will always try and be here for our games, guys, because it does make it more fun. Even for me, it makes it more fun. I'm a little bit disappointed they've scored, I won't lie. I was hoping for a Villareal 3-0 or something, I won't lie. But if you look at his little face, look how happy he is. He's got the optimism back. He's now calling you all out. He's waiting for next week. He feels like there's going to be a victory. But we all know, with 17 minutes left, Arsenal are going to end up doing something crazy.
Yep. A Leno howler, a Xhaka slip. You know it. You name it, it could happen, mate. Partey leaves his man, gets injured on the halfway line. That's Arsenal for you. But more than likely for Arsenal, we'll get to the final and we've got a chance of a trophy. Unlike you Spurs boys and all the rest of you out there, yeah? Stop talking. I'll be on as many shows as you want with Arsenal. As long as
had a look. Well done for the heads up, Bill up. Fernandez, a penalty spot. All the English clubs are getting penalties. Oh, that's how you take a penalty. 4-2, Man United. Man United now with 1 foot in the final. Bill up's loving that. Luke Bishop saying same old Arsenal always cheating. I've got to be honest, that's the second watch along I've done with Arsenal. If you remember the first one I did, Saka dived. He has definitely dived. That's 2 games in a row. I think Arsenal had a game in between.
That is a blatant Stonewall penalty for starters. Secondly, Fernandez, I think he's had 2 goals and an assist. He's having a storming game out there. Absolutely awesome, to be fair. How Man United were arguing over a few million to get this player. If you missed out on him, you wouldn't even be the same team you are now, boys. So you are very, very thankful you got him. Before I was rudely interrupted by John, I was saying to you boys, I'll come on as many Arsenal games and watch us get abused or lose or what it might be, as long as you come on and back your teams. Let's see you watch Tottenham, let's see you watch West Ham, let's see you watch your boys and give us your bants, and if I can abuse you, then you can abuse me. It's all tit for tat, boys.
Yeah, the funny thing about Arsenal is you always had this, like, this is the thing with losing Wenger, you had this class, this thing that no matter what happened to Arsenal, we had, we had to respect what you were doing because you played nice football and you were
nice
never really
football.
rude to anyone, and you found players that are cheap and who no one knew in Africa, and you made them into someone. All the things that you want your club to do. Where now you just buy 72 million overrated players. Like, you're completely different now. And you've lost that. You don't pass the ball around, and I'm sure you do. Like, but you know what I mean. You're not known for anything now. I think that's where you've lost. That's where the banter's become better for us fans, if you know what I mean. Because it's like you've got nothing now. It's like you're so fucked. And then you've got a manager who has never been a manager before, so you're just taking mad risks. It's crazy.
Mate, from top to bottom, I told you, I'm quite honest. I love my club, but I'm quite honest. From top to bottom, we've made mistakes. How is Edu a director of football? He was at Brazil, no club experience. If he wanted to bring back an Arsenal legend, well, he was never a legend for starters. And secondly, Overmars turned from Ajax into a storm. So there were people out there you could have gone and got. The same with the manager, the same with the board, the same with the owners. But you got to be a true fan. You got to back your team no matter what, and take it with a rough and a smooth, ain't you? So I'll grind this out until eventually we're sitting at the pinnacle again, being invincible again. Don't worry, boys. Our time will come.
Man United there near enough with a 15-20 pass goal, all made from Pogba and Fernandes. They're purring now. They're feeling they can get another one, and I think they're going to. It's another lovely ball again. They're going to get the cross in here with Pogba. Lovely layback. Man United are really purring now. Dobbs is 10 men. I'm having to keep up with the games here. Villareal down to 10 men. Villareal send off.
Taking Saka out again. Boy, they can't get near this boy. Taking him out all over the place. Giving him a penalty. Taking him out now.
Is that the old Tottenham boy Capoue as well? What's going on here? Got loads of ex-Tottenham players. That is, isn't it?
I thought... Was he at Tottenham? Oh, he actually was, wasn't he?
So, that's a bad injury though, by the looks of it. Looks like a very, very bad injury. And are they down to 10 men, I'm hearing? Red card.
10 each now, isn't it?
Luke Bishop's laughing at your Stonewall description. Stonewall bloody dive. The only thing is with Saka is, I'll complain about it now. He does that in the Euros. England win a penalty, I'm buzzing. But he is a young lad and he shouldn't be doing that. And you would have thought after 2 weeks ago.
About all young lads. How long have we been saying this for about players?
I know, but the other week...
And it weren't a penalty.
The other week...
Oh, I got another one. Yeah, I got another one. It's 5.
Pogba 5. I told you they were going for their 5th one. Bill up, big yourself up. And
they're in the final
with
6.
a header. Lovely header. Another Fernandes assist. Pogba, I just saying that to a purring, didn't I? What a
Smalling's
goal.
not dancing anymore. Smalling's not dancing at all, my friend. Pogba's in a dance now, my boys.
Nah, Bill up saying we'll run away with it. Final, here we come. Number 5. I thought you had a foot in the final at 4-2. I now believe it's all over. You are in the final. Congratulations. You've done it in the first. It took you 70 minutes to basically kill off a team that, as I say, I don't watch a lot of Italian football, but I wouldn't have thought Roma were used to conceding 5 goals whoever they play.
What 2 halves? They made it hard for 2-2 in the first half and then just absolutely stormed it in the second half. Oh, and this is hilarious. You're watching the guy go off on a stretcher in the Arsenal game as he gets sent off as well. It's like, I can't get up, I can't walk. Red card, get out of here.
And how frustrating it must be for a Man United fan. This is what your team is capable of, but you have a manager and a mentality that makes you go out for 45 minutes not to concede. And that's why you're second and not first. It's madness. You go out and look how well you can actually play when you ping the ball around. I was saying before you scored the lovely passing you were doing through the middle of the park, but you only do that in the second half. And you normally only do it when you're behind. I'd be pissed off if I was a Man United fan. Because you're capable of playing good.
Is it one of them where the shackles come off in the second half? They think, oh, well, we've only got a half to go, and take the shackles off and start playing.
I reckon they stop listening to Ollie. I reckon that is how it is every game they start, and I think they're doing as the coaches are told. Then they come in 0-0 or 1-0, I think Fernandes fucking starts kicking off in the change rooms. Pogba's kicking off. Do you know what I mean? Love. Oh, that would have been another assist by Fernandes and an overhead kick by Cavani. As I'm saying it, they're purring, they're cooking with gas. Hate to say it, but yeah. Luke Bishop saying the same thing. Fair play, Man United. I just hope that you're not purring like this on Sunday, or I hope that you are purring like this and we give you a little backhander like the little naughty school children you are. That's what I hope. Because you're playing pretty well at the moment and we're not playing very well at all, Liverpool, so very interesting. I've got to turn it back onto the Arsenal game. This guy's still going off. This is like Milk City over here.
But it's this Villareal team is full of ex-England, Arsenal and Tottenham players. Coquelin's playing them, are ex-Arsenal player and 2 ex-Liverpool boys. This is madness.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, really. And for those of you remember, those who are a bit older, I remember Villareal in the Champions League with people like bloody, they had that guy, didn't they, in the midfield.
Isco and Cazorla playing together at one point, mate.
Yeah,
both
at one point, yeah, but they had that guy. Who is that guy? He's retired now. Unbelievable midfielder he was. Not as famous as some of the others, but in Spanish football he was right up there. Can't remember his name.
Did Mendieta play for them? I don't think Mendieta did. No, I don't think Mendieta did.
Bill up saying Cavani just tried the old bicycle kick. I saw that, my man. Very, very good. And you can do that 5-2 up. You're through to the final now. And to be honest with you, you're going to be looking like, I'm not saying you're going to play Villareal, but Arsenal need to buck their ideas up and you'll batter this team.
They ain't battering nothing. Fuck me out.
They will batter. I think
one on games this year.
I think Roma's probably better than Villareal.
Well, 1-1 on games this year, Man United. We do them all day long. Twice on a Sunday.
Oh, reminds me of Tyson Fury calling out everyone. You see him? He's calling out absolutely everyone he was. Sitting there in his pants like he does. Looking like an overweight dad and just calling out the world's best fighters.
To be fair, he's technically the best heavyweight technical boxer out there. Even though I want AJ to win, technically he moves so well, that kid.
Oh, yeah,
and his balance is amazing.
What he does is very.
But his size is phenomenal.
They showed him doing sparring or shadow sparring with the that young Irish guy who's with him with every camp. He always on the undercard, and like this guy is like 10 stone and very, very good. And punch for punch, they kept up for each other. So they both had a pad man each, and they're going jab, jab, right, uppercut, left hook, whatever. And literally, as quick as that young little small kid can throw it out, he was throwing it out. It was absolute madness to see. It was actually connecting at the same time, and that's a 10-foot guy versus a 20-foot guy. Villareal near enough here.
No.
Terrible defending again. And they're both down to 10 men if you've just joined us. Arsenal with the first sending off, Villareal with the second sending off. It's a bias for Arsenal. And if you're just joining us on the Man United game, Man United are 5-2 up in the semi-final first leg.
Seriously, mate, how bad is that defending there? That's just absolutely appalling. Like, you've just literally played yourself into trouble for no reason. But what is wrong with Arsenal?
I take it Martinelli's on. I've just seen him, and I apologise if I missed that. And Aubameyang's coming on. So I've got massive problems with Arteta. I thought these boys must have been injured or something. And he's taking Saka off. I ain't an Arsenal fan, and to be honest, the longer you have Arteta, the better. He hasn't got a bloody clue. Aubameyang's coming on with 6 minutes left, but he's coming off for Saka, who's capable of setting him up. And who's going to set him up now? It's just.
Well, I know why he's off, because he had malaria for 2 weeks. I understand why he was off. He only literally come back to training this 2 days ago, I think. But yeah, they don't take Saka off. He's got the penalty. He's made us look like half a team the whole season. So. But maybe he's saving him for the next leg, you know what I mean? We've got our one goal. We pinch 1-0, old Graham style 1-0 win. We take this win, so you know.
Bill up saying, drop me out, Rams. Basically, you'll smash Arsenal.
Big man.
And you got a nickname now. You're now called Ramsey. I quite like that. Ramsey in the building.
We can wager this if you want, mate. I've got no issue with it. Once we get to the final, I'll wager it with you. No problem.
Is it void if you don't make it to the final?
Of course. Can't wager we're not there.
It's funny. And as our Nightbot says in the chat, follow us on all the socials, All Fans TV, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch and Twitter. We will be playing some games eventually on Twitch, but we are going to introduce, when I can work out technically how to do it, we are going to introduce the odd little FIFA game or UFC game on some of these watch-alongs. So we'll come on a bit earlier, and today I would have, I don't know, been Villareal, and Rams could have been Arsenal, and I could have gave them a slap in. And then last Saturday night we could have had a game of UFC. So we're going to introduce that for people who like a bit of gaming. I'm sure most of you have never grown up like us in the chat.
Yeah, boy.
Buying FIFA for your kids when you're not.
I'm up for that. I know Bill Up loves a bit of gaming, so I'm up for that. But hey, I swear, this Villareal team is literally all ex-Premier League players. And they've got a Liverpool boy there. And that Moreno, your old right back or left back. What the hell?
I don't know. He did go to Spain. I don't know who he went to.
Well, I just see him there.
Yeah, it's very, very disappointing night for Arsenal. Very, very good night for Man United. Let me turn it back over, make sure they're not 6 now.
Calm down, boys. It's not very disappointing. But 2-1 away loss, away goal, 1-0 win at home. Easy job, boys. We make it hard. I told you early doors. Calm down.
Man United with another corner. Fernandez going for another assist. Near enough gets it. What a ball. What a player that lad is.
Oh, mate.
I'm not saying he can go and play for the best team in the world, because I actually don't think he can, because he doesn't do anything else. But in a team where you allow him to be a bit lazy, be selfish, make bad decisions, he's bloody unplayable. Because make no mistake, he can't do that in a top side. He just shoots all the time. He does passes at all the time.
Fernandez has had an unbelievable season. You think his first, I don't know, year or year and a half, his stats in that period of time was just unreal, second to none. I just can't believe they nearly didn't get him just because of nonsense like Man United.
Yeah, no one else wanted him either. That's what's crazy. No one wanted him. Yeah. I remember we played them in the summer, and Fernandez and Klopp were caught doing the old, going there talking to each other as they're coming off the pitch. And Klopp afterwards was asked about him, and he basically said he ain't good enough. He basically said he's got loads of desire, blah, 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 in a few years he'll be a top player. In other words, we ain't going in for him now. And it was that, about 3 months later, he ends up at Man United. But, as I say, I've watched a lot of Man United this year, and I abuse my brother who's a Man United fan, and there's been loads of games I can point out 70 minutes where he is shit. Because he ain't prepared to put a shift in, or he runs, he puts a shift in, but it's only to tell you he's put a shift in. So he just runs around like a madman. He's in defence, he's right back, and then he gives it, look how much I'm running, and it's like, you'll be right.
When you've done as much as he's done for that team, mate, he is the main man of that team. Without them, I don't know where they'd be, mate. You can do what you want. You can get away with it, mate. What's his assists and goals this year? What are they? What, double figures in both?
Yeah, double figures in both. The numbers don't lie, mate. His numbers don't lie. But as I say, I also would like to. I'd like to see how many arguments there's been in that changing rooms over him. And
this Arsenal team are just dead, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, they are dead. 89 minutes, 1 minute to go. Feel like
painful to watch.
You ain't getting there, and I don't think Arsenal are on this. What's that?
It's painful to watch them. It really is. We'll get there. I told you, we'll make it hard, but we'll get there. But it is painful to watch, man.
Yeah, that's the problem with Arsenal. As I say, before we started this, I used to watch a lot of YouTube, and the reason I've started watching fan channels was really because of All Fans TV, because of Arsenal's demise. It was quite funny to watch. So yeah, it's been like this for a long time. Boring to watch. You're losing bad players. Stanford saying, do you remember fans cam on Sky Sports with fans cheering in their faces during a goal? Bring that back, that was class. Yeah, I did love that. They used to stick them in a really small room, and they got the mic and all that for the first ever time, and they loved it. Yeah, I'd love to have me and Rams on there. Liverpool, obviously Liverpool versus Arsenal, we've missed it for this year, but next year it'll be fun and banter. And as I say, coming from next week, we're going to start to get fans on. We've got a few people now who want to come on. I know Bish, who's in the he's in the chat, was one of the first guys to want to come on and support his beloved West Ham. So next week or so we're going to start having fans on, and
they got another one. Oh, Greenwood scored. They got another
Greenwood
one.
Scores number 6.
This is ridiculous, mate.
Bill up beat you to it. Greenwood, and I was bigging up Greenwood to Rams the other day. We were arguing who was better, Greenwood or Saka, and I think Greenwood's just going to do exactly what he did there and just score goals. He's only been on for about 10 minutes. Madness.
Good finish outside netting. Yeah.
6-2 in the first leg. If you're a Man United fan now, what do you do? Do you play your kids in the second leg? Do you pretend to give it the respect it's not even worth and play some good players? I suppose this is the only thing you're fighting for now, really.
Yeah, a bit of balance, don't you? You'll put some youngsters in there, put some fringe players in there, and then keep some good stability as well. So McTominay's and Fred will still play. You know, they won't put any worldies in there. They want to keep them fresh.
They might have that new right winger they brought in. What was his name? The Italian one who's really good. Dallo or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Danilo.
Danilo. Yeah, they'll probably bring him in and stuff. But 2-1 to Arsenal. 2 minutes of the 5 minutes to play. So Arsenal have 3 minutes to get their sorry backsides back into this and represent England the way we want to be represented. Man United are representing. I said it was going to be an easy night for them, but I also said Arsenal would not have an easy night, but would win. And they're not. Villareal with another chance at the end.
Well, I told you, I called it early doors. I called it a draw at best for Arsenal. If not, we'll take a small loss and take it into the next leg and take the win now. Just typical Arsenal, mate. Hard work, painful to watch, but get the result and get over the line somehow.
Yeah. On a positive note, just to make you feel a bit better, all sports fans, but Arsenal fans who are crying in their dinner tonight, Euro starts June 11th. Sun will be out. Barbecues will be flying, and football will just become fun again, because I'm not too sure football's that fun for anyone at the moment, because the season's petering out. Not many people are having a great season. There's been no fans all year. COVID's kicked the shit out of everyone mentally health this year, and I'm sure that goes for players as well. No one's immune to your mind and the tricks it plays on you, and I think we just need to wipe this year out. And I think get to the Euros, I think it's going to be really fun Euros. I think we're going to have lots of young English players playing in it. What a pass, Aubameyang through. What a save, what a pass by that was. I think that was Partey. If it was, I will give him the due because it was perfectly weighted. Defender, it was Partey. Defender thought he was going to cut it out. You know, and you just play it perfectly, where you make the defender stretch, but he's never actually going to get it.
Oh man, come on, boys! A little draw at the end will be lovely. The Euros is going to be epic, boys. I can't wait for Euros. Unfortunately, all those barbecues and hot weather, I'll be inside bringing it to you from YouTube, so we'll miss out on a few of those bits. But it's going to be awesome.
The odd burger be handed in.
It's going to be awesome. And what's your opinions? Who's going to win it? Who's got golden boot? Who's top scorer? Who's taking the final? Rep your flag, rep your stripes. Come on, tell us what you think and who you think's going to win it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. My money, I'm not even 100% sure. I actually think it's going to be someone no one expects this year, because there's a lot of the countries that predominantly are not very good. They've all got top players now, and we don't really know the rest of their team. So I think might be an organised side this year. I know we took the piss out of Iceland and Finland because we've lost to them, but it shows you them sort of teams are getting better. San Marino even near enough had their first victory the other week.
San Marino, let's not get too far. They'll never be any good, mate. They're the only team that's fucking better than worse than Arsenal at the moment. But I think France will be solid. I really think they've got a good chance. But I really like, as an outside shout, Turkey. I think they've been building really well over the last few years. I think they're going to be a little dark horse.
Yeah, possibly, yeah, or maybe even Holland. If Van Dijk would have been back, they were really purring before he left. As I say, I don't think Belgium will do it. I know they're everyone's favourites, but I don't think they will. And I think
they're due.
I think if Southgate climbed down, gave me a ring and said, "Look, John, can you help me out for a couple of weeks in the summer?" I say, "Look, I'm a bit busy, but I'll have a go." I will be playing nothing but youngsters, and I think I could win that. And I'm not even shitting around. I don't know anything about football. I'm not a professional coach. I haven't got but I think I could go there and go, look, I'm just going with the young sides. There's loads of them, and we're just going to go and have fun. And we might accidentally surprise some people. But instead, first game, we're going to have Foden on the bench. I know exactly what I'm going to see. Grealish is going to be sitting at home. I can just see what we're going to see. We're going to have Stones sitting at home, and I'm going to be watching Eric Dier and all sorts of crap.
That mad.
I
know you don't like Southgate, but
I can see it happening. I look at the last 6 games. I haven't been impressed by any of the formations he's playing.
Yeah, but no way is he's not playing Foden after his gate this year. No way, you're not taking Jack. No ways about it. And like I say, I know you don't like him, but he's got a semi-final last tournament. He'll do all right this year. We'll do all right. We've got good.
Although I did say to Rams the other day with the news that you can take extra players, he's just had a saving grace because all the hard decisions that he was going to have to make, he can just take them all now. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't have to leave that one behind we would have moaned about. He's got enough space, he can bring them all. So he has just had all the international managers have had a right bonus, and they're now allowed to take more players. But I think English manager especially, because we're a hard bunch to appease. There's loads of players who can potentially make it. So I think he's just had a right bonus. That is it, guys. Both games are over. Let me just double check. I assume the Man United game finished. It has.
Yes,
so Man United 6, Roma 2. They are basically through to the final. Yes, they've got the duty of playing the second leg. And that second leg is in Spain or in Italy, but I don't expect much change in. Where the Arsenal game, it's not dead and buried, but it's very downbeat. They've lost 2-1 to a Villareal side, but they do take them back to the Emirates next week. But the Emirates isn't with fans, so what difference is that going to make? And Villareal look like they're going to score, so yeah, Arsenal can still go through, but it's going to take a bit of a marathon effort as far as I'm concerned. But let me caveat that with, if I own Arsenal, I'm now coming straight on the pitch, apologising for that shower of shit, sacking Arteta. I'm ringing up Vieira, Omri or Bergkamp, because I've already got all the fans saying, oh my God, they're linked with Spotify. They don't even know this Spotify guy, but because he rang up 3 ambassadors, they all love him. Let's just go and get one of them ambassadors. And to be honest with you, 2 of them have got managerial experience, haven't they? Omri's done
shocking managerial experience.
Omri,
he flopped at Monaco. He flopped at Nice.
Yeah, but he done okay before that, didn't he?
Nice.
Yeah, what did
he done all right for half a season with them and then flopped.
Yeah, where did he do?
And before that, he was in New York, like playing in the American League. It's not the same, is it?
And then I think he was Man City's under 18 or something. He had a little bit of a pedigree. If I was Kroenke, I'm boom. See you later.
They're going to get a management. It needs to be Nagelsmann. At least he's taken an unproven team somewhere. He's got an unproven team here that needs to make a team. So
maybe, yeah. But as I say, I don't think if I was Arsenal, I'd rush into it. I'd come out and say, look, I'm going to get a legend in charge for a few weeks. We're going to come back next week, spunky as hell, playing like Arsenal, because Arteta's just going to be a dead man walking now, and that can't go well for anyone.
No manager's changing Arsenal in a week's time to make them play any different next week, I can assure you, mate. This Arsenal team's been playing badly for many a year under many a manager, so that's not happening. But something needs to be done top to bottom, no two ways about it, so yeah.
Yeah, as I say, it's definitely laugh at Arsenal time, but with a few changes, maybe not in time for next week, but a few changes in the summer, things might look a little bit different. But as I said in the other week, this Super Six that we've all been massively against, I believe that in a few months we'll have the opposite end of that effect, where we're all going, we're opening the paper every week, or we're logging online going, who are we going to buy? You know we all do that. Doesn't matter if we're like, we support youth. No. We want the best players. And when your team isn't getting it because they haven't got the money, that's the problem I think Arsenal are going to have, is that big overhaul Rams is saying they need. I think it's come at the worst possible time, because even if the Kroenkes want to do it, I don't think they're going to have the funds. The Spotify guy might have it, but when he's using phrases that I read today, like I've secured the funds, that's like us going to get a mortgage. It means we can't afford the house.
his value is 4.1 million, and Kroenke's is double his value, billion. So if you're looking at the money value, really, they've got an owner that's got more money than him already.
That's
Whether or
what
not
I'm
he's
saying.
spending it, you know.
Yeah, when he's using the
Like I
word
say, there's a lot of changes.
that means it's like a glazier thing. That money ain't even his. Where's that money come from? All a bit weird. But that's it for this evening, guys. I really, really appreciate you joining us. Big up to you, Man United fans. 1 foot in the final. Commiserations for Arsenal fans, but chin up. It's only half time. You're only losing by 1 goal. You win 1-0 at home against Villareal, and you're going to take it to extra time. Or you'd be through.
1-0 through. Away goal, 1-0.
Yeah, because you got the away goal. So it's not all over by any stretch of imagination. If you're new around here, please like and subscribe. If you get a chance, please look in the link in the description. Check out our sponsors, New Lion Essex, Workwear Direct, and Deadman Gray. They were there for us when we just had this as a pipeline dream. They allowed us to basically have some support and get this channel off the ground. So big up to them. And if you get a chance, check them out in a link in the description. You can join me and Rams again on Saturday night for our next live watch along of UFC, which obviously you've got Reyes, so it should be a good evening. I don't think it's quite going to top UFC 261. Don't think we're going to have leg breaks and knockouts, but we'll be doing the main card from free, so join us for that. And then on Sunday I will be here doing the watch along for Liverpool Man United, which I'd love to say was for first and second in the league. I think we're fighting for 5th, and they're fighting
and
for
second for Man United. So someone's playing second fiddle. So at least Man United are playing
someone's still representing. But as I say, that still means something because, believe it or not, as much as I'm slagging Liverpool off, we win on Sunday. A couple of results go our way. We're banging 4th again. So tune in to watch if Man United can put the final nail in the coffin. Rams, anything else you'd like to add, my friend?
Yes, of course, people. All you beleaguered Arsenal fans who are down on your luck, don't worry. Get your head up. Put your hat on. Keep your head up, boys. We've got this still. We'll get a 1-0 win. We can still get the result. Arsenal been dead all year, but we've got a knack of getting a trophy here and there. So I still see it happening, boys. So stay positive. And all you little keyboard warriors, stop being keyboard warriors. Get off your sofas, get on the telly, get on YouTube, and join us with your opinion so we can hear what you've got to say and we can abuse you as well. Because I'm pretty sure you've got some awful clubs that you're supporting, and I can tell lumps out of Tottenham, and I don't know who else. No one else really, because I'm an Arsenal fan. But hey, thank you for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next watch along. I'll leave it to you, John.
Well, on that note, for those who ever see our sign-offs, they're quite a remarkable thing. We're either still talking after we've closed it, or we basically just end right now. So this one is this one's for all you haters out there, like my wife that says, "Oh, you don't even finish it properly." Really? I'm John, and I'm gone. Here comes the cringy smile for 5 minutes.